Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Hello, Shadow Lady. Oh, I hear myself somehow.
Hello, everyone. Sorry?
I hear myself, I think, through your microphone.
Oh, yeah, actually, you sound louder to me all of a sudden. Hang on, let me turn you down. Oh my goodness. How did that happen?
I think there's something that happens when it gets between the PlayStation and YouTube. I think there is something that happens because it's very often, well, too often. Sometimes the audio will be fine. Let's say on PlayStation, and when I transfer it on YouTube, it's a little too. It's not loud enough all of a sudden, or vice versa. So there seems to be something happening in the transfer somehow. So sometimes,
Yeah,
so the
because you
audio I
sounded
hear,
fine to me until we went live.
yeah. So the audio I hear in the game sometimes not quite the same as the audio I hear on YouTube for some reason. Anyway, so for those wondering, today we are going to play some of the newest content, and we will also give out some codes.
Yay!
So for those wondering what the codes will be, it will be. Oh, where's the description? Uh, there's a bad news though for the codes. You have to go to redeem them before the 31st of. Oh, no, I guess it's not bad news. December 31st. I don't know. I don't know why I thought it was just in a few days, but actually it's by the end of the year. So forget that. So you should have plenty of time to redeem the codes until December 31st, 2025. And it's going to be valid on all platforms: PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch. So all platforms will be able to use those codes. Uh, so in order to be able to get the code, you will have to go to the marketplace. I think I need a new controller. You will have to go to redeem claim, and there you will have to put in the code, and then you will get the rewards for your character. So the rewards are you will be able to pick one of 8 Mercury and Cape style. So there's black, cool, gold, green, purple, red, tech, or white. So you will be able to choose one of those capes. And of course, there will be 5 Proto Bank Bots and 5 R&D scanners. So these are codes to celebrate the launch of the new DLC in DCUO. But
Hop says, I thought live at 5 was Fridays. This one is different because he's giving away codes, guys.
yes, and also tomorrow, actually tomorrow it's going to be Evil Friday because we're reaching
It
the end of the
is.
month.
I'm looking forward to it. Yellow lanterns.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Pops, your character looks so good. We've got a blue lantern. An armored blue lantern. Very nice.
So sadly, the codes are single-use codes, so it will be first come first serve. So whoever grabs the code first, they're the ones who are going to get the reward. Sadly, it's the less bad option we have to hand out those codes right now. I'm trying to find a better way. The other alternative, I guess, would be to have people subscribe, create an X account, and then give out all those codes on X directly to people. I don't think we're going to do that. Unless
They've got
everyone
so
wants to
many,
create
that
a.
would take ages.
Yeah, and also I kind of doubt everyone would like to create an X account. So tell us about your
Oh,
live
true,
stream
yeah.
yesterday. Tell us what you think about the new DLC while I finish my setup over here.
No problem. So yeah, yesterday I went live playing the new DLC. I had a couple of crashes, not as bad as Multi's. Multi had a crash like 4 minutes, 1 minute, and 15 minutes, I think, were your lives, which is really, really bad. I crashed twice. It seems like the new little interaction with the NPCs as we're playing through the initial mission is something that's kind of causing us to crash, which is a pain in the butt. But otherwise, Mogo is absolutely beautiful. Like, I love it so much. It's so pretty. It reminds me of Elder Scrolls. I can't remember who said Valenwood. I think it looks like Valenwood. It's so beautiful. The NPCs, though, the ones we're interacting with, I think they don't look quite as good quality. Their skin is a little not textured. They look kind of flat, in my opinion. So I think there's a little bit of a decline in the quality with those. The narrative, I, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't want to give it away if people haven't played it yet, but the ending annoyed me
Yeah,
a lot, very much.
we'll try. We'll try to avoid spoiler. We'll probably talk about spoiler in a few days, or maybe tomorrow, or
Yeah,
maybe next week. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, the
yeah.
story. I've mixed feeling about the story
Thoughts?
as well.
Yeah. Oh, same. Yeah, it was. Some of it was good, and some of it was frustrating. I will say the initial mission reminds me so much of Casmia, where we're doing a billion different things, and it takes forever. There's one section where we literally do the exact same thing 3 separate times in 3 separate locations, but the exact same mission 3 times in a row, which I found really annoying. But I do like that when you have finished it, you receive a ticket, like a little yellow icon inside your inventory called the Fearful Day Account Mission Skip Voucher. It makes it so that all of your other tunes, when they go to do this episode, they will go to Lucia, I nearly said Esperanza. They will go to Lucia at the start, and there's an option that will pop up and let you guys decide whether or not you want to play the initial mission with them or whether you don't. I have not collected mine yet, but my best friend did to test it for you guys, so thank you, my best friend, because I don't want this to affect the way that I play through it on the EU server, so I will collect mine after I've finished on EU, but basically it says, redeeming this voucher will give other characters on your account the opportunity to skip the Fearful Day narrative missions. So you can make that choice at the start, and you do need to collect it on the character that it is given to. You can't trade it to any of your others, but just so everyone's aware, collecting it on the character that already ran through it affects all your other tunes. Which is good, I think, because I think that was a massive complaint with the Casnia one. I still have tunes that I haven't played through that episode because I can't stand that mission at the start.
Yeah, it's probably a mixture of. I don't think it's a complaint alone. One thing is the devs do have the numbers, so if they see that nobody plays those missions with their alternate characters, then they had to do something. I'm guessing
Yeah.
that because even I only have a few, barely a handful of characters that played through the Kazan mission. So and I have a lot of characters that never played those missions. So
Same.
if it's the same for a lot of people, I guess they kind of saw that okay, if people have like 20, 30 characters that don't run those missions, then we have a problem. So
Yeah.
at least this way, it will allow people to be able to play the content with most, if not all, of their characters,
Options a bit thin.
which will drive
What's
them needing
lay
more
low with
currency,
you
which
and
would
mo?
possibly drive currency sales or something like that. But yeah, I don't think they did that just because people complained. I would think that it's probably a mixture of people complaining and them looking at the numbers, and then they made the decision to change it.
Blaze Hunter said, "I have issue with the raid and the alert are the same as Casnia. I am with you. The raid and the alert I don't like. It doesn't feel like DC when I play them. Just like in Casnia, they're the same mission and they're annoying. I dislike them. They take ages. They frustrate me just like the Casnia ones. I probably won't play them very much except when I'm here with you guys, most likely. But I feel that I don't like them. I also really dislike the flashback missions that they've added in. I find them annoying as well, but I mean, it's better than nothing. I'd rather have them than nothing, but please just give us something new and don't make the alert and the raid the exact same mission. I hate that. Also, a lot of people had a big problem with the flashback raid. When you get up to Sinestro, he's glitched out and is immune to damage. I played through it 3 times to check. He is like that every single time, and everyone who was in the chat on them was like, hey guys, this is probably going to be glitched, but I'm running it again. Heaps of people experiencing the same thing, so I think the new DLC may have broken the game. If anyone was able to get past Sinestro on that last raid, please let me know, because everyone I've interacted with so far says they can't.
Well, also another issue that they didn't think through is the flashback missions they selected are specific to heroes and specific to villains. So it's not like most missions
Yes.
where there's the task force X that matches everyone together. In this case, villains will get the villain version and heroes will get the hero version. There's no mixing the different people. And
Yeah.
they there's not enough villains. The villains are trying to play on some servers. There's not enough villains. The villains cannot play the content.
Yeah.
So and even on PlayStation, I'm not sure how villains are affected by that on PlayStation. I'd be curious to see what people think.
I'm curious to see if people got through the villain mission for the last raid. and because I obviously was playing the hero version, I'm curious if they bugged out only the heroes version, which means all villains would have an advantage to get a little bit more currency than heroes, which, I mean, don't care that much because there's also not as many villains, but I'm curious. I'm curious if that worked out or not. Someone is asking what the code is for. Baz is asking what the code is for. So it's for Merkian accessory box, 5 proto bank bots, 5 R&D scanners.
It's actually Merkin Cape. Let me show.
Is Merkian cape? Oh, it's the back piece. Sorry, my bad.
That's all right. I'm just trying to remember what it's
Not
called.
the shoulder pieces. I think it's odd how the Merkian cape has 2 different kinds of styles. The one with it like split into 2 pieces, and then the full cape.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's just that it's called. It's not called Merkian something. It's called in this case, let's say gold Merkian Cape. So you have to find basically you have to find the color to find the cape in your list of styles. Let me remove the aura so that people can actually see it. So this is what the cape looks like. This is the gold cape. There's three different styles. This is the better style. This is a better style in my opinion, but I could be alone thinking that.
No, you are correct. The ones that are an actual full cape are far better.
So for those wondering, basically, we're going to give out some codes, and we will play the latest content. So we'll do a bit of both. So we'll give some codes for a bit. Then once we have enough people, we'll go play some of the content. Then we'll give some more codes, play content, rinse and repeat. And we'll probably keep a few codes for Live at 5 for Evil Friday tomorrow, so that the evil villains can get a chance to get some of those codes as well. And sadly, it is.
Claire Green also put on the cape. She's got the green one on.
And sadly, again, these codes are single use. So the first, our friend Flex Force also has the cape.
Yep.
So you have a few examples of what the capes look like. If you want to know which cape to select.
Flex is also saying, hi everyone, I already played through the Elite Solo, Alert, and Raid. It's easier than Kaznia. That sucks. I don't want it to be easier. I haven't played through Elite yet. It's not, I don't want it to be easy. Rats, okay.
It should be super easy.
Baz said I only played the Solo Elite was hard. Oh, maybe it isn't easy. Maybe it's easy for some, harder for others. I don't know. I'm looking forward to trying them.
I'd say it probably depends on the power you use. Also, there's quite a few places where you get overrun by mobs. So if you have a area of effect powers, and if you can deal with mobs easily, then you'll probably find it a bit easier. If having a lot of mobs is problematic for you, you'll probably find it a bit harder.
Yeah.
But also the hardest part I find is they have various triggers throughout the mission that you have to trigger in order to be able to go further. And if you move forward just a bit too fast, and sometimes if you don't listen to the whole dialogue of an NPC, you could end up skipping a trigger, and then you go to the end of the map. You wonder, oh, so something's not working, and then you have to backtrack to try to trigger whatever you missed. So it's the way they've
that happens in the not elite version too.
Yeah, the way they've placed the trigger within the mission, it's very easy to not trigger them and then end up in a point where you cannot progress, so you have to backtrack a bit.
Yeah. Pups is asking, if you got the Merkian cape before, can you get another one? None of these work for me.
Well,
you shouldn't have any problem being able to get another.
Yeah, the code shouldn't be an issue. The only real issue is that if you already have the cape, when there comes the time to select the cape, you won't be able to equip it, obviously, or consume it. But you could give it to an alternate character, I guess.
And you could choose a different color if you don't have all of them.
But if the code doesn't work, it's quite simply because someone else was quicker on the draw than you were. It's sadly that's how it is.
There is 50 people in the chat, and some people are really quick. Particularly if people are on PC, they're going to be really quick typing it in. So if you're not able to get them to work, that's likely the reason is someone just got in a bit quicker. We've also got people asking, Baz is asking, do you need to put lines on the code and does it have to be in all cap? In my experience, you don't need the lines and it doesn't have to be in all cap. It works with the capitalization and works without. It works with the lines and it works without. I've tried all the different ways before and all of them have worked in the past. So unless you've been told something different, Multi, as far as I know, that should work.
No, no, last time that's pretty much how it worked, so we can expect pretty much the
Yeah.
same thing right now.
Um, Oblivio says, hey dude, do you still think the shadow aura drops from the instance if I do it on the instance? I don't know what that
I
means.
don't know. It's been too long since I played that content. I couldn't even begin to tell you.
Yeah. Yep. Pup says I'm lightning fast, but these don't work. Some other people might be a little bit faster than you. I'm not sure. I mean, there's been occasions where Multiverse has done this and someone has gone back into it later on when the video has been released and they worked for those people because some got skipped. But, I mean, with 50 people in here, there's probably people putting through multiple codes over and over and collecting them really super fast. So, yeah.
Uh,
Unfortunately, Multiverse can't do anything about that.
these are the code that Volterra gave me, so either they work or they don't. I didn't try them myself. Usually I keep those codes for you guys. But if you tell me they don't work, or I guess someone maybe in the chat could tell me, oh, see, just Louis says he got one. So they do
Yeah,
work,
so
but
they are
sadly,
working.
yeah, you have to be quick on the draw.
Mr. Bunnybone said hello. Hello, Johnny! Lucky said, I got one code. I'm done. Thank you, Multiverse. Good luck, everyone. There we go. Some people are getting the codes. That's really good.
So for those wondering,
Almighty is asking, what do they give Big Boss Man?
you can see the cape that our friend Shadow Lady is wearing, the cape I'm wearing, the cape that Claire is wearing. Oh, and Flex Force decided not to wear his cape anymore.
Oh. Back to the sword. I'll stop moving so people can see.
Too late.
There we go. So yeah, it's giving us the Merkin Cape box, 5 Protobank bots, and 5 R&D scanners, guys, for that reward. Yellow said, I've got 2, I'll stop taking them, my bad gang. I was about to do a 3rd, but yeah. That is very kind of you, thank you. Give some other people the opportunity to be able to get some codes. That's very nice. Kazu is asking, how do we get the cape without the code? I don't remember how I got this, it was so long ago. Oh,
Uh,
Pops has the blue one.
I think this came from, I forget if it came from a Resurgence Mega Capsule or Booster Bundle, but it comes from something like that. If you search in my videos for Murky
Yeah.
and Cape, you'll probably see a video where I explained how to get those. If it comes from a booster bundle, you won't be able to get it anymore. If it comes from a Resurgence Mega Capsule, you might be able to get it in a future Resurgence Mega Capsule, maybe, depending on which reward they actually put in there.
Yeah. Because the Resurgence Mega Capsule, if it came from one, wouldn't be one of the ones that we're able to keep. It would have been one of the ones that expired. So, because it was a while ago.
So I guess what we
Oh,
could try.
Mr.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay.
Mr.
I was
Bunnybones.
I was just going to say what we
No,
could
no.
try is even if we don't have 8 people, let's see if we can queue anyway.
No problem. Mr. Bunnybones said in-game voice chat is messing up that girl from AU. Yeah, that happens. There's not really a lot we can do about it. Multiverse can only set my volume to what he needs it to be so that he can hear me properly. And then if he goes too low, he won't hear me even if you guys can. If he goes too loud, then it's going to be too loud for his ears even if you guys hear me clearly. And often my voice ends up crackling through this system for some reason, even though my setup is exactly the same when I'm on Multi's channel as it is when I'm on mine. For some reason, when we go live on here, DC doesn't like me.
Yeah,
I'm
but
really sorry if it's hard to listen to.
yeah, I had the same issue with Johnny at some point, whereas when Johnny would plug his headset and his controller, the audio was terrible, and then when he would plug it straight in the USB key. Uh, USB plug in a way, then it would work fine. So, or sometimes it would just use another headset also. But yeah, we'll try to fix it eventually if possible. But at this point, there's not much we can do.
So wait, I can plug one into the USB slot on my console. That works?
We'll try that next time.
Okay, I'll have to see if I've got a microphone that does that. I don't have a headset that does that though, so it'd pick up your sound. I'll have to have a look.
Well, I guess it depends on what kind of plug you have at the end of your headset.
Yeah. I have a bunch of headsets, but I'm pretty sure all of them have the jack plug, not the HDMI. Sorry, not the USB. I do have a microphone with a USB plug though. But if I use that, how am I gonna hear? Will my headset still work? Will it? I don't know. I'll have to fiddle around. Sorry, guys.
We'll try it out next time. Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll try to give it a try. And
Lucky.
oh yeah,
Sorry.
Lucky what?
Lucky said, "Do you have any suggestion on on 5 artifact for the might DPS?" I have multiple suggestions. I will probably make a video about it. But at the moment, the ones that I have in are not my highest choice. They're just the ones that I had leveled at the time. So if anyone inspects my character, don't do that. That's bad. Don't follow that. But I keep flip-flopping a little bit because I keep going, maybe I should do some gem spamming, or I think I want to put Omega in, but that takes up another slot for my loadouts. I don't know. I flip-flop a little bit, so I have multiple ideas for that, but I keep flip-flopping.
So we'll go play the raid, and then we'll try to give out a few more codes.
Okay, here's the situation.
I hate this raid.
I'm on Sir and his
I haven't played. Oh, I should probably switch. I haven't played the. I only played the solo and the alert of this mission. I haven't played the raid just yet, so this is going to be my first time. If I do a boo-boo, I hope you can forgive me.
You recognize it?
I know it's completely new and different.
It's exactly the same as the solo and the alert you did, except now it will take longer because there will be more of everything. More of the big stone guys covered in yellow whatever, electricity, I don't know what to call that stuff. And more of the path stuff that we have to go. Oh, that was bad, I should have paid attention.
But we don't even have a tank. What are we going to do?
Oh, why didn't I check? I'll swap to tank, sorry. I didn't know we needed one! Okay, here we go. He's playing like a tank, but actually not paying close enough attention to what I'm doing. Oh my goodness.
Here we go. Those machines are weak.
Here we go. Now we can take. But see, also, you don't really need one. Just saying, because this part you don't really need one. And then when we get into like the next section where there's the I don't know, what would you call those? Cables where we have to get them to change to green. We don't really need one there either because we're split into groups. So I'm kind of a pointless tank, just like in the Casnia one.
Yeah, we just saw that.
Heads up.
What, me being pointless?
You went down like you went down in like half a nanosecond. For a fire character, that's very shameful.
I was damaged and I was looking at the chat.
Okay.
I think it was in my live, the first time I ran this, we had a couple of people who I think might have just started to load in, hadn't actually played the content yet, because they kept activating these green crystals with none of the enemies even close.
Yeah, they probably just didn't realize what those crystals were there for.
Yeah, so I thought I'd say to you guys, just keep in mind, those are there so that you can activate them close to the enemy, so that he takes a lot of damage, and also it needs to break down the yellow that's around him. Once the yellow is down, you can attack him just normally also.
The yellow serves as some sort of armor to protect the rocky guy, and yeah, you have to use a crystal to remove it.
Yes. But also, when it's off, there we go, if you want to attack him with the crystals again, it does quite a bit of damage, so they're kind of handy. I just kept pulling them into those and doing it over and over again.
Look out, reinforcements.
It does work well. And we get 3. Come here, suckers. Over here. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say that on your channel anymore, sorry.
Too late.
It is, I already said it. There we go. There's way more ads when we do it in the raid. Oh, I feel like they're gonna keep following this exact same formula, because I mean, now that they've done it twice, it's so sad though, because basically they've followed the, no spoilers, a very, very similar storyline in this one as the other. And they've also followed the same formula with let's go and do a billion things in a row, then actually start the episode. And they've got the same thing going on with the raid and the alert. They're the same mission, and I don't like them. They don't feel like I'm playing DC. I mean, this section kind of does, but when we get into the next section, it doesn't. I don't like it, that part of it anyway.
Yeah, they've pretty much repeated themselves in more ways than one.
It's, yeah, it makes me a little bit sad. It's, once again, I probably won't play this episode very much. I normally play an episode through over and over again every single day until the next one drops. But I haven't done that with Casimir, and I don't expect myself to do it with this one either, because I find it annoying.
More of those machines. Destroy them.
Even this little section is annoying. How many are there? 9. It just seems like... I don't want to say laziness, but that's what it seems like to me, so I don't really have another word to use for it.
Too late.
I don't know.
You've used it.
I know. What other word could I use? Because, especially because we were told that we're going to be getting 3 of these a year, right? So there's going to be 4 episodes altogether. Sorry, chapters altogether for this story arc, and we're going to get 3 a year, which means this goes into next year as well.
Yes.
And then what happens after that? Are we going to end up with another storyline that's really, really not great?
Probably.
Oh. But also, because we've got it happening this way, where we've got the
Those circuits are corrupt.
narrative kind of repeating, and it's going to be last. Oh, hang on, someone's activated. I'll go left. Maybe I'll go left.
Gain control of the node.
Yeah, we have
For this, it works.
we have to split it into 3 groups. Oh, we lost someone.
Yeah. I
So
wonder if
don't-
they got kicked.
Don't reopen the instance. I think there's someone else who wanted to join.
Yeah, no, that's alright. I never open the instance until you do a suggestion or someone else invites someone back.
I could have sworn I read the. Oh, it's wrong chat. I was going to say I could have sworn Red Knights was there, but he's actually the other chat. So guys, if you want to join the group, send me a tell, and I'll invite you to the group. And so we'll split in 3 groups. Oh, where am I going?
I don't know. I can't see you. I'm with Falcon. We're all good.
A right circuit.
Not
node
putting out a lot of
detected.
damage though. When I played through this the first time on my live,
Security
I
node on the center segment.
abandoned one of the green crystals, thinking once I transformed
And
it, it
those
was
be
fine.
secured on the
Moved
left
up the line, and then it got attacked, and I had to go back. Don't recommend that. It is kind of slow. I don't like that this also seems to be... Originally I thought that we were waiting on other team members, right? So that all of us had to progress together. But you don't. You can get yours done as quick or as slow as you like. It reminds me so much of Casnia with the, is it pillars? The pillars that we did on that one, that were, like, waiting for everybody else's attacks to finish. I thought that's what was happening, but when I went to run around and have a look, it wasn't. We're just waiting for the green line to go through the cables on the bottom before it gets to the next crystal. And sometimes there's no enemies and I'm just standing here. And I hate that. It's really boring. Why do they have it like that? I don't know. I'm too harsh.
I'm a bit disappointed. I thought
Take it from
I
us.
thought Grimbor's chain would slow them down, and that doesn't seem to work on the guy with the shield. I'm so sad.
Yeah, the shield guy, once he gets up to the crystal, though, he has, like, his shield drop anyway, so at least even if it does happen that way, you can get him.
No, but I thought I haven't used Grimbor's chain in ages, so I thought I could use it again, seeing how we have extra slots. But I thought in this case it could be good. It could be useful because technically it's supposed to slow down your opponent. So I thought, oh, when the guy with the shield pops, I'll slow him down with Grimbor's chains, but apparently it doesn't work on the guy
Didn't
with the
work.
shield.
Well, that is just rude. We should probably complain about it online.
That's okay. I think they'll have enough complaints for the next few days.
Probably true. Oh, hang on, is there 4 people on my side? Hang on, no one's doing the middle?
Well, we'll go do it afterwards. It's okay.
Okay. I just realized there's 4 people over here now. We were 2 to start with, but I think other people have come across. No one's doing it in the center. Yeah.
Oh, so I
that's what
guess-
Just said.
I guess we won't be able to finish it because we don't have the center. Okay, so we're
Yeah, all 3 have to be done.
okay. So I'll go to the center,
Yeah, I'm heading across too. Hang on.
They sent a heavy engineer to the left circuit.
Here we go. Maybe I should swap back to damage.
Right circuit's
My
complete.
tanking does not have a lot of damage output. Which, I mean, she's not supposed to. If I had, like, a whole bunch of stat points extra or something, maybe I'd do that, but as it stands, I do not have those, so... She's not the best for damage output, and I don't feel like we need a tank right now, right? It's... I don't know.
Too late.
Every time I swap to tank in these, they're kind of pointless. That's one thing that I really dislike about their new alerts and raids that they give us. Rolls become kind of unnecessary. I hate
We
that.
completed the left
What do you
circuit.
mean, kinda?
Nice. Enemy has a right circuit.
Very
Right
much
circuit
unnecessary,
is
you're right.
complete. Nice work.
I don't know why I'm tanking right now. But then if that continues, right, that means that eventually all of the new content that we have, even like multiple DLCs back, is going to be content where I don't have to play anything except damage, like that my role becomes obsolete. That
Well,
sucks.
they've
I
already
don't want that to happen.
they've already been taking that direction with. You'll notice a lot of the new artifacts are pretty much made for battle
they're
tank, battle
They
healer,
sent a
battle
heavy
tool.
engineer
Yeah.
to the
So
left
that's
They
that kind of guide the game into that direction.
I hate that. Why make my role obsolete? I don't like it. I have like full built tank stuff going on. Well, I say that. It's based off of my Switch where she's completely finished and built properly. On here she's almost there until the 5 artifacts got added in, so now I've got more to do. Which is fine and kind of fun. But, you know, I like to build a proper tank, and now she's kind of going to be useless unless we're playing old content. Ugh. Hate that. But at least she'll be good for soloing. Yeah. Oh, it looks like the one we had completed on the left ended up getting attacked anyway. So yeah, we do have to kind of have people on all three. Because even if you've finished it, it can get attacked on that last crystal and start backtracking.
Sure. So let's have let's split in 3 groups.
How many people are in the middle here? Look, I'll
There's-
go back to
there-
the left.
Yeah, you could do that.
If there's only one of us on the left, we'll be fine. Oh wait, someone's here.
There should be more than one.
for a right kicking.
Yeah, we should be able to have 2 and then 3 and 3, right? Well, over here we were completed, but yeah. Look, I'm gonna swap to damage, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm a pointless tank right now, and I would be more helpful putting damage output. So I'm doing damage. I'll swap back to tank if we get to the boss.
If you die, we'll put your portrait on the Hall of Shame forever.
Heads up, the right circuit's gone.
I genuinely was not paying attention when that happened. I was looking at the chat, so I won't do that.
Forever.
I mean, I think you put me on the wall of shame already a couple of times, so... Tanks, when I'm tanking, if I get knocked out, I feel bad. A fire tank shouldn't get knocked out so easily. But I will say most of the time it's because I'm distracted by something else, so... I do bring it on
The left
myself.
circuit is complete.
I think we're done,
This is the center
almost.
circuit. Nice.
Oh yeah.
We're done.
We've completed all the circuits. We secured a node on the right circuit.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, now I can tank. There we go.
But yeah,
I find this kind of annoying too. It takes forever to get these little things activated.
for those asking, we're not done giving out the code, but I can't really giving out the code and playing, not really an option. So what we'll do,
Yeah.
we'll play a bit of the content, then we'll give out some more codes. We'll play a bit more of the content, we'll give out some more codes. So we'll do that a couple of times. So I guess there's one person who should stay near the place where you need to click.
There's multiple places where we have to go over and click things, though.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, basically, most people should stay in the middle to fight Amonsor, but there's one person who should stay with each of the clickies so that it can be done fairly quick when it happens.
Yeah, when I did this one, I think the last time yesterday, we had like 2 or 3 people who would continuously go off and make sure they get the clicky things. Which I was one of those because I was damaged at the time. We already had a tank in the group.
You'll fight, of course. Fight
And
Hello,
yeah,
Amonsu.
in the core
He does
of
seem a little bit
living-
upset, doesn't he?
Well, is
I kind of like a flex that I will stay.
is Popeye's
Yeah,
dead?
well, sorry?
Is Popeye's dead?
They just corrupted a crystal.
That's very, very
Fix
sad.
that. He's drawing strength through the crystals.
I say and
They're
then
yellow.
off.
He's invulnerable.
But, I mean, I don't think it makes what he's doing justifiable.
I cannot click the clicky. Oh, wrong clicky.
Multiple cookies?
I didn't realize it clicks in different places. Like I used to go to the side for the clicky, but
Strike while his shield's down.
come on.
No, it spawns in, like, all different rooms.
Yeah, I saw that
There's
now.
no point in me going, I can't shield up well enough, I don't have hard light in, so I'm gonna get knocked out by the enemies in there before I can even activate it, so...
So we won't be able to have someone near the clicky anyway. So okay.
There
Yeah,
goes his
they kind of
shield.
have to just
Attack.
be ready to run out and grab whichever one pops. But I mean, the minimap makes it pretty easy, which is good. You notice how all of the NPCs that they've done for this episode have like a glow around them, which personally I quite like. They've got the glow of a lantern, so you know whatever color lantern they are, they have that glow around them. But I do think at the same time maybe it's used a little bit to kind of cover up the fact that their skin is not very nice. They look a little bit simple to me. So, I don't know, because they haven't got this kind of glow on NPCs from past episodes in this way. And
Well,
I hate it. I think it looks nice. But it means that when there's no longer lantern characters and they have a glow, it maybe won't look so good and maybe won't make sense.
I don't know. We've had the lantern quote unquote material for quite some time now. So
Yes,
they've
yes. I mean, for our characters we have, but the NPCs
No,
that we've
the-
interacted with
the-
haven't necessarily had it on. Like Sinestro didn't.
the
in
N-
the
no the
Ultraviolet
NPCs
episode.
the NPCs had it before us. They when they gave us the material, they gave us the same material they had on NPCs at the time.
Oh, and then they put it on the NPCs.
No, it was on
That makes
NPCs first, and then they gave it to us.
Quick, strike while his shield's
Yeah.
down.
Well, that's kind of cool. But at the same time, I don't like they don't look real enough. I mean, real isn't the right word. They don't look like the same quality of texture as they've had in previous NPCs and on our own characters. It's like their skin is just missing one extra layer of texture on it. Ah! See, bad tank. I couldn't move though. I was trying to jump out and I was stuck. I regret everything. Now Multiverse can put me on the wall of shame.
Absolutely,
Sorry?
absolutely.
Yeah. I feel all the guilt. Oh, this is good. I can go to the chat, actually. Oh, Pup says it glitched. What glitched?
There goes
Is that
the
why I got
shield.
knocked? I'm
Attack.
hoping it was a glitch and it wasn't me sucking, but I couldn't jump out of there, so I was kind of stuck. There is a crystal out here I can activate.
I think he says that because a monster is back to full health.
Boring casual. There we go. Oh, Yellow said earlier, I've got two, I'll stop taking them, my bad gang was about to do the third. You don't need to feel bad, Multiverse didn't say anyone needed to try and restrict themselves to a particular amount, guys, and there's no way to police that or restrict it, so that's really, really kind of you to pull back so that other people can do it. That's really nice, I think. Blackness said, Multiverse, I played Fearful Day and I really don't like it either because too many fetch quests. Yes! Fetch quest is so annoying. I don't like them
Strike while
either.
his shield's down.
Well,
Why wouldn't it let me through?
at the end of the day, we're stuck with pretty much new devs, and they didn't go through the trial and error that the previous devs did. So
Yeah.
a lot of things for them that might seem new, it's something we saw 1,000 times already. So obviously they're going to repeat mistakes that the devs did before. Like for the best example I can think of is the escort missions. It was obvious for a long time that people didn't like escort missions. So you may have noticed at some point the devs pretty much stopped doing escort missions. And the new devs don't seem to know that, so they brought back escort missions into the game. And obviously people didn't like that.
Yeah. I didn't. The first time they did it in the Kaznia one, I was very, very annoyed. He said,
You're
you're
done.
forced to play it a lot because of the time restraint as well, which I agree. You kind of...
Tell us what you were up to in
It's
here,
very
Emma.
annoying because you're kind of stuck going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, just like with Kaznia. But I'm really glad that this time they put the ticket in. that allows us to be able
Order to
to
command.
stop our other
Someone
characters
go
from
after
being able to
Han
play it.
Solo.
Like,
We
we
need
can
to help
skip it
him
if
go
we
out
want to
down
with
here.
them. So a little bit relieved with that.
But for the event for the 20 days, you don't have to play everything. Like you could decide just to play one of the content, and normally that should count towards the 20 days. Like I played
Oh yeah, that's true.
I played the elite mission earlier today, and that was it. That was all I needed to get the. So if all you really want is the reward for the event, you don't have to play everything. Just play what you need to play
True.
and move on. Sadly, if you don't play a lot of the content, then yeah, like basically for the Kaznia, I tried to show that in my video earlier today, but then the audio died on me halfway through the video, so I did make my video shorter than intended. Is that I did not even craft a single item in the previous DLC. Like in the previous DLC, I'm still short for being able to craft one item. Not to mention that I did not finish upgrading the face mask, and probably something else I failed to mention.
Yeah, same. I'm not enticed by their episodes. I don't end up getting my artifact items all the way up at all. I don't get a full armor set. I don't get my CR rating to the top amount anymore. I don't know. I feel like they're doing themselves a disservice by making the episodes like this. Ah, darn it.
Well,
The
well,
chapters like this.
it's more than just that because the I could not even get enough component to be able to craft anything.
Yeah.
And also for the mask, I had to basically I had to use where I was able to upgrade the mask to rank 33, but to do that I had to play with multiple characters to be able to get the stuff because the Grimoire Vesture I couldn't get any of those. I had to purchase a whole bunch of them from the vendor. I had to use like multiple characters to purchase that from the vendor. So the freaking thing just doesn't drop in the game.
Yeah.
So sadly, I was not able to craft pretty much anything in the previous DLC because the components don't drop, or you have to use multiple characters to be able to get the component for one item, which I didn't do. I didn't do that in a while. I used to do that sometimes where I had two, three, four different characters that would farm and farm for the components to be able to craft the stuff, but I haven't done that in quite a while at this point.
Yeah. Neither have I, and I used to do the same thing. I don't know. I don't enjoy the content enough to put that much effort into it. And the fact that things kind of take a while to get into, I don't know. The alert and the raid also is a massive deterrent for me. Danielle said, hola, hello. It's lovely to see you. And thank you for popping into my live yesterday. That was lovely. Just says, have you guys considered using Discord, or does that not work for you guys on PS5? I have not considered using Discord.
I didn't consider using
I
it.
don't know how to...
The thing is, how would I match Discord with YouTube? Like we go live on YouTube, or do you suggest that we go live on Discord? I have no idea if how to do that, or if it can be done from PS5 or.
Yeah, I think if we ended up using Discord, even if we have it synced somehow with the PlayStation 5, I don't know that the sound would come through on the video when you put it up on YouTube.
I don't know.
I'd have to look more into it, but I have not considered doing that, just because as far as I knew, that wouldn't work for your lives. Like the audience wouldn't be able to hear us unless they are also on Discord. But even if we did that, that means they'd also be in the chat, which means we'd hear all of them also, as far as I know.
But personally, I don't like Discord very much. I use it because DCUO forces me to, but I don't really like it.
I've not used it a lot, but I've just recently kind of got into it so that I can communicate all of the stuff that I need to with my people who are following, and also so that we can have league discussions, in particular league chats for recruiting and video purposes, because I go live with my leagues. So it's useful for that, at least. I don't have a voice channel on there, though, because anytime that I do go live, I'm in the chat on YouTube so that you guys can hear me in the chat rather than in a Discord chat. And if I had both going at once, I would mess up and say the wrong, like I'd say something to you guys that I mean to say to the Discord people, and then I'd say things to Discord that I actually need to say to you guys, and that would just get, all mixed up. Oblivion is asking, sweet that you guys are handing out codes. Are there still any available? There are. We're going to do like stopping in between different bits of content so that Multiverse can put out the codes. I personally can't see, but he's probably putting them out now or will be very soon because he does have more. But I stay further back in the chat, so I can't see them popping until I actually get down to that point.
Now I'm putting codes there right now. So I'll put a few more, and then we'll go. Either we'll try to cure for the other 8-player mission, or maybe we could go to the open world. We'll see.
Yeah.
So we have room.
Mission, I'm curious if it's going to glitch out on Sinestro.
We'll find out soon enough. But we have room for a couple more people. If you guys want to be in the group, the time is now. I'm going to give out a few more codes. So you have a couple. You have a minute or two to ask to join the group if you want to.
Easiest way is to send Multiverse a tell in the game.
Yes.
Blackness said Multiverse is like Daybreak got very high before making Fearful Day. I mean, there's one bit where I would agree, kind of, but, you know, I don't want to reveal it. People who haven't played the content yet, I don't want to spoil the narrative for them, so.
Well, I have no idea if they do drugs. Is drugs legal in, where are they, Austin, Texas?
I have no idea.
Like here in the Great White North,
About
they
where they are and whether it's legal.
here in the Great White North they made it legal, and it wasn't a good idea after all.
I have no idea if it's legal here. It could have changed, I don't know. But because it's not something I'm involved in, I haven't paid attention. Almighty has said, is there any other way to get Angelic Aura besides the Dev Invasion?
Nope.
Angelic Aura? Isn't that from... Am I mixing it up? I'm mixing it up.
It
Never
might be
mind.
from the what's it called, Extra Life.
Yeah, that's what I thought. If
But
I have it, I think it's from Extra Life. Hang on, I'll see if I've got it. If I've got it, it'll be from Extra Life. Let me just check. Or... I don't have it, so it may not be. Because I have done Extra Life on every single console, but on the US server, I have not done Dev Invasion, because it was in a different phase from where I was. Actually, same thing happened to you, right? We both were in the wrong phase, and we couldn't get across. And they only did it in one phase, which kind of sucked.
So I guess we'll just cure for. So the next mission we'll cure for is Fearful Day. Is the flashback raid. So assault and battery. I was going to suggest that the evil villains could try to cure at the same time as us. Sadly, there is a villain version and a hero version, so I don't think the game would match us together. Oh, I think there's someone here. Oh no, that's Falcon Ranger. I thought it was someone else who was just. So we're going to go play. We're going to cure for the mission, and I guess we'll play with whoever the game matches us with.
Sweet. Robert said, thanks for the code. They added a certain type of lantern into the game, fitting how they... I'm not going to read that section out just in case it's a spoiler for other people, but my reaction when that happened, I literally said, oh, so much for hope, right? I don't know. Yeah, it was an interesting situation, and I agree with you. Joshua said, any idea about troll artifacts for someone new and free to play? Multi, that would be your area of expertise.
Well, it depends which artifacts you already have. Like, if you already have like 5 troll artifacts that works well enough, I would say don't bother with the new artifact. But if you only have 3, 4 artifacts, then yeah, the new artifacts would fit well with most troll. But then again, without knowing, are you a par troll? Are you a buff troll? Are you a battle troll? So it's kind of hard to answer that because there's a lot of different variations. But overall, the artifact is fine. If you don't have, like, let's see. Like right now, I've taken, come on. Right now I've taken, there's some artifacts like a Grimbor's Chains. I hadn't used that in ages. So it gave me room to be able to give it a try again. And the Parasite Power of Harness, one of the very first artifacts we had in the game. I haven't used it in ages either. So I thought, yeah, why not? Let's use it. And there's a few other artifacts like the cards that I could have used, and probably something else I forget. The Eye of Gemini. It would free up a spot for the Eye of Gemini. So, but for the new artifact itself, if you already have 5 artifacts that you're happy with, I wouldn't see the point of getting rid of one of those just to get the new artifact. But if, like a lot of people, you only have a three controller artifact at this point, then yeah, the Destiny Corrupted Power Rings should work well enough. I haven't tried it all that much, so that's why I'm a bit hesitant to give a definite answer because
And we can't test it because test server is gone.
well, no, it's
Well,
not
not
just
for
that.
you.
It's more than just testing it or not. It's when you use it. I'm trying to find a good like the new henchman, the hazmat henchmen. I didn't think much of them at first. It's only when I played with them for quite a bit that I came to realize their potential. So sometimes when you try something at first, you try it, you say, "Nah, it works, doesn't work," and but then you don't try it in every situation. You just try it in a few situations just to see if it works or not. And it's only when you try it for a long, long time and in different situations that sometimes you see the value that you see the value of an item.
Yeah, I was not happy, but hang on. My belt has red dots stuck on it. I can't activate my belt. Hang on, something is wrong. You know how sometimes when you go into a load-in or into an open world and suddenly one of your items is blacked out? I think that's happened. I'm gonna see if it's my generator. Hang on. As far as I knew, these particular allies weren't affected by generator, right?
Yeah.
They shouldn't be. It says I have literally the elite Envirotech trinket in, but they're
But
blacked out.
yeah, but what about your generator?
I thought these ones weren't subject to the generator. What, did I misread it? I must have. I'll go check my generator. I'll be back. What was it that wasn't subject to generator? Was it the mods? Maybe it was the mods. Blackness said, Multiverse, I already bought a CR 370 gold gear already, and I'm really not interested in farming in Fearful Day because you have to play it like 24/7 a day to even get to 500, or when you can just buy it. I'm buying it is expensive though. Like,
Yes. If you take a look at
I would rather play it a little. Sorry, you go.
that's okay. If we take a look at the marketplace, if we take a look at the currency, where's the currency? There.
It's not
So
my generator.
it's like $25 for 50 mogul berries. $50 for
Yeah,
100 mogul berries. So like I realized that with the Kazna crowns, like basically the Blue Lantern style, like each piece of the style is 100 Coney coins. But then when you look, it's $50. So the Blue Lantern chest piece, that's $50. The Blue Lantern pants, another $50. The little tiny bracers, another $50. So before you know it, it's $150 for three pieces of the style. So buying the currency, yeah, it'll be faster, but damn, it gets expensive real quick, and you don't buy a lot with 100 berries.
Oh, so true.
You'll notice some items are even up to 125, 150 currencies. So good luck buying those. Buying the currency, it'll be expensive.
Yeah, it's gonna cost an arm and a leg. Like, not worth it. I'd rather play the content like sparsely, not a lot, whenever I feel like it, and get what I get, and then just deal with it. Because trying to get it by playing the content, it's very, very cumbersome. It's a lot to do, and trying to get it by paying for it costs way too much. It's so expensive.
Well, you can get it playing the content. You have to play the long game.
Yeah, exactly. But it sounds like he doesn't want to. He says, I'm not really interested in farming. So,
If you
which is
don't
understandable. A lot of people don't want to farm.
if you don't want to farm, that's
Yeah.
fine. Well, again, you could decide to you don't have to farm it like in 1 week. You could farm it. You could take 6 months to farm it.
That is fair. But see, maybe some people don't want to play for the 6 months to get it.
Yeah. Then no
I
choice.
can understand that.
You have to buy it, or you don't, or just don't get it.
Yeah. Mr. Bunnyburn says, have you guys ever looked into using Discord for voice chat? They've added it to consoles too. Now, I did notice this when I was on my Xbox that I could link it, so that I could link it to my Xbox. But here's the thing, guys. Are we able to have a Discord chat that will function in a live with you guys so that you guys can hear us and also doesn't have people having to go across to Discord to listen? I don't know how that works. I've not tried it, but I mean, I might look into it since it does seem like you guys are suggesting it.
We'll look into it. Worst comes to worst,
Yeah.
we'll find out that it doesn't work.
Yeah. Then
And
we
if it
just keep
works,
going the way we're going.
if it works even better, give us more options.
Yay! I do try to avoid using all different avenues. Like if I can use less hardware and less programs, I will do so. That's why I'm doing my Xbox Lives the way that I'm doing them, because then there's less that can go wrong. But if it's really grating the way that I sound, then yeah, trying to fix that is probably a good thing.
Everything can go wrong.
Yeah. Red Knight said, greetings everyone. I think I missed the code giveaway. You did not. Multiverse is giving away more codes. He's just doing it a little bit sporadically. We play content, then we chat and do codes, then we play content, chat and do codes. So they do keep coming, but they do stop for a point as well while we go and play the content.
Well, I will let you guys know when we stop giving out codes, but we'll still give out some more.
Yeah.
I guess while we wait.
Danielle, oh, sorry.
That's okay. I guess while we
I
wait,
think
we
today
could.
I've got more of a delay from hearing you because I don't hear you quickly. Oh, that's so annoying.
But maybe we should go to the open world. It seems that it's going to take a while before we go, unless. Let me check. Is there someone who did not click yes? No, we're good. We're just. Somehow it is slow. I guess people played the 8-player content yesterday and they don't want to play it no more tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the
People
case.
played it yesterday and it glitched. People might genuinely not be queuing it because it's broken.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so no choice. We'll wait for someone else.
If we get into it, we can't get past Sinestro again. Oh my goodness. I hope they fix it. It needs a patch. Blackness said what we said. Multiverse, the currency for the event in the marketplace is way too expensive because buying 500 costs 25,000 marketplace bucks. Yeah, that's costing so much. I don't know anyone who would rather spend that much money than play the content. Frankly, I don't think anyone really cares enough, but maybe I'm mistaken because I don't know everyone who plays, but it seems like no one really cares enough to purchase it to get their character leveled all the way, and no one really wants to play the content continuously over and over again to do it either. Because so many people I've spoken to are in the same boat as us. They didn't get their artifact piece leveled all the way. They didn't get the highest CR rating that they could during that period of time. Just, you know. Oh, Falcon is dancing with me! Thank you, Falcon!
So for those who were asking, we're in phase 7.
Beautiful. Red Knight is asking, Multi, are you doing giving the code already? I think he means done. No, he's not done.
We're not done yet.
It's just sporadic, guys.
There's about 50 more codes to give. But for those wondering, how do we claim the code? You have to go to the marketplace. You have to go to redeem code, redeem claim. Then you'll see enter a code. So you put in the code, and then you will be able to claim the items you want. And afterwards, you will get a box where you can choose one of 8 Merkian Cape. I don't have the cape no more. I'm so sad now. But anyway, so you'll be able. Sorry?
You can put it back on.
Nah, it's too far in the menu.
Oh, that is fair, especially because yours is the gold. And you have way too many styles. Where's mine? I'll put mine on. There you go. Oh, it would help if I actually took the chroma off. My goodness.
Jenna is asking, is it?
I've got mine on.
Jenna is asking, it's for the Merkian Cape. There's 5 Proto Bangbot and 5 R&D scanners.
Yeah. Pop said, careful being harsh. They will blacklist you from the Creators League. Look, I'm safe because I'm already not part of the Creators League. So
It's okay. I'll tell them. I'll tell them to kick you.
I'm not in the Creators League.
Doesn't matter.
Was I the one being harsh, though? Maybe he means you.
I'm sure.
Harsh. I feel like I was being harsh, but also, yeah, I'm not in the Creator League. I don't have a lot of interest in being in the Creator League, if I'm being honest, either. So I don't know if later down the track that will happen, but at this stage, not really interested. Blackness said, Multiverse, I'm not complaining, but Daybreak has issues. I mean, that is a complaint, I think, but I think we can agree with you. It's just the facts. They do have issues.
Well, we knew they would have issues. They a lot of them have been there for less than a year. Some of them have been there for just a few months. You can see that, and sometimes in the discussion
Yeah.
in the discussions we have with them, sometimes you'll talk about something and they clearly don't understand what you're talking about. So obviously these are a lot of the people at Daybreak are new people. So it could be that they're very good at their jobs, but they still have to learn how to use to work in a new studio, a new setting.
Yeah. And I
But
will say I was expecting it to be worse, actually. When this episode dropped, I was expecting there to be more problems.
but
There's quite a
also
few, but
also
it could be worse.
they have to learn how to work with a new game. A lot of them, I'm pretty sure they don't know the game as much as we do. Sadly.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're done. Okay.
Thank you for the guitar playing, Rager of the Nine. We had a good little group going.
Well, I guess now we have
Um,
everyone we need. So if, for the devs, they have to learn to work in a new studio. They maybe have to work with new tools, and obviously they have to learn about a game that they obviously probably don't know as much as we do. Uh, oh, McLantern cannot
can't
cure.
queue? I hate when that happens. That's happened quite a few times to me.
Let's see why. Why
He's got a
can't he
high
cure?
enough CR, like there shouldn't be any issue there.
Yeah, the CR
He's
would have
doing
been
that
my
thing.
first get. Oh, uh,
Don't know.
I'm a bit puzzled.
Blackness says, Multiverse, why does it seem like DCUO is now pay to win? Because they put currency of the DLC in the marketplace for a lot of money if you really want to spend the money on the game. I mean, I don't know that it's exactly pay to win, because there are ways to do it regardless, and it is very expensive, so a lot of people are deterred from doing so. But, I mean, they are putting a lot of things in the game that you can buy to level up much, much faster than everybody else. It's just that they've priced it kind of high, I think. So, I don't know. When they added the mods into the game that were in the marketplace only at the time, I was like, this is pay to win now, how dare they? But then they added it as rewards for the events. So it's not. But it's like it dances over the line, in my opinion. I don't know.
Sorry, McLantern. I have no idea why it doesn't work for you.
If we kick him from the group and then invite him back, maybe? Sometimes that worked when I did it, when it happened to me on my live, if we kicked and then brought back. And then suddenly they could queue. I don't really know why. Also, someone had to log out and log back into the game and then they were able to queue.
Nah,
So this doesn't work, maybe that will?
we'll try to log him out, kick him out, and see if it works.
Yeah. We've got hello, Junior! Oh, Devil said, I just came back since PS3. That's a long time.
Yes, it
Welcome
is.
back. I hope you enjoy it.
Nah, you still can't. Sorry, McLantern. I could have sworn I saw someone else. Oh, there he is, the Rage of the Nine.
There we go. Red Knight said, I'm ready to get the code. Okay, be ready, guys. I think we're running content first, now, and then we'll do codes again. I'm not sure.
Well, while we wait, we can give one more
Sorry.
code.
Oblivion says, does anyone know if the shadow aura drops if you do it on a private instance instead of the normal alert? As far as I know, they haven't changed any of the drops when you change it to a private instance. Everything still works the same, which is why you can't complete some of them, because like some of them require multiple tunes to do the same activation at the same time. So as far as I know, it shouldn't alter the drop, but I also haven't personally experienced it, so
No, it should
don't
drop.
know.
The thing is,
Yeah.
I haven't played that content in ages, so I cannot tell you for certain that it drops. If they made some changes to the loot table since then, I couldn't say for certain. It used to drop way back when. If it used to drop, there's no reason why it doesn't drop anymore. But you never know. There could have been some changes we're not aware of, or we didn't notice, or but not having played the content in ages, there's no way to know if it still drops or not for certain. So you're gonna have to try it out and
Yeah.
hope to get lucky. Who are we waiting for now? Oh, Rage of the Nine again.
Junior said, "G'day, girl from AU, and hello, Multi."
Hello, hello.
Hello, Junior. We're in phase 7, guys. Dead World is asking what phase. We're in phase 7 at the moment. Mind you, we may not be here for very longer. Darn it, now Rager is failing to queue. It hates us.
Yeah, let's try again.
It's got an attitude problem, this game. It's because I was harsh. Pops was right. I should have listened to him.
See? Come on.
Jabari is asking what are the codes for. So the code gives you a Merkian Cape box, 5 Proto Bank bots, and 5 R&D scanners. I don't know if you can see, you can't see me now because Multiverse has his screen up, but my character is wearing one of the capes that you can get. There's 2 different kinds because you can get one that is a full cape, and then you can get one that is just coming off the shoulders. So the gold and the purple are my 2 favorites that come off the back nicely, and blue also covers your whole back, I believe, but yeah, you'll get a choice. I highly recommend, if you don't know which ones have a full back and which ones don't, look it up online before you choose your color.
Oh, Shadow.
You really get the one that you like.
We're waiting for you now.
Oh, waiting for me now? Thank you.
There we go.
And we're in. Yay! Oh, that means someone missed out, didn't they? Because we couldn't go in with them. Pups is having so much trouble getting the codes. I will say, if you're on console, there are ways to be really fast. So if you are on the Switch, obviously you can tap on your screen, so that makes you quicker. On Xbox, if you have the Xbox just normal app, there is a section in there where you can type in codes, so you can be nice and quick. If you are on PlayStation 4, there is an app called PS4 Second Screen. If you get that app on your phone, you can access that and it will get you typing nice and quick into there as well. If you're on PS5, you don't have any luck at the moment because there's no PS5 app to get you to type in faster. There's nothing that I've found, at least. If you guys know better than me and have found something recently, let us know, but PS5 is at the most detriment at the moment because it doesn't have an app that we can use to get a nice quick type in. But yeah, Xbox and PS4 and Switch, if you want to try and keep up with the PCs, grab those apps down on Xbox and on PlayStation 4 for your phone, and you should be able to get in nice and quick to get those codes through.
Prepare to defend Mogo.
Yeah. If you're on the PS5 though, you're in the same boat as me. We're slow to type.
I am unable to shut down.
Green Ranger is asking, what are we running next? I don't know. What are we running next, Multi?
This one here.
Oh.
Oh,
Destroy their connections before we're
Oh, we lost someone already.
did they crash or?
Oh, we lost Tank. Should I tank? I should tank. I don't know if they crashed.
Oh, we lost Nine. I forget his name.
Oh,
Ridge of Nine.
9.
I don't know if we can try to invite him again. Or did he crash or?
I don't know.
Oh, let's see. And of course,
Wait
I
and
cannot.
see if he can come in.
I cannot invite him.
Oh. Did he get booted? He must have crashed. Let
let's
me know
wait.
if you want to reopen instance or if we'll wait to see if he can get back in. He might
We'll,
get
we'll,
back
we'll,
in.
we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll see if
Yeah.
we can get him. If not, we'll get someone else, of course.
Yeah.
The teleporters have been corrupted. Return to the core chamber. We have more attackers inbound.
There we go. Yeah, Olivier is saying the same. Ain't no way, can't get a single code. If you guys are on PlayStation 5 but you still have your PS4,
You're not going to win this.
maybe jumping on PS4 and using that second screen app would help. But I mean, you don't want to have to plug it all in if it's not already plugged in and stuff. But to try and keep up with PC, there are ways to do it.
Beware my power.
Mind you, I think some people who are on PC also have a little bit of trouble. It's just a matter of whether or not someone gets in a little bit quicker than you. There's also the chance that your chat is slightly behind other people's as well, because when my mom and I watch the same live, hers is like 3 seconds faster than mine, so she sees the chat and hears the video 3 seconds faster than I do. It's really disconcerting when we both have our sound on, so usually I'll turn my sound off so I can hear the live that she's listening to, but you know, I'll text and stuff from my actual device, so there's the possibility that that's the case also. I hope that's not, because that would really suck. There's nothing you can really do about that one. Oh, see, Pub said I'm on keyboard and people are still faster than me. Oh my goodness, that sucks so much. I've never really been inside a chat that's giving away codes and trying to get codes in nice and quick or anything like that, so I've never really experienced that, but I would imagine going over and over again typing must be really frustrating when you get nothing for it.
It's almost as bad as being a fire tank and being knocked out. It deserves to be on the wall of shame.
Glad you were here. You might not have held the line without your
So
help.
mean!
So, Pops, send us a picture, and we'll put your picture on the wall of shame.
We'll split up into 2 teams.
You can join me.
Ground squad. You'll head to Metropolis and use the Star Labs equipment to infuse yourselves with the amber mist that they've collected.
The Amber Mist's properties
I'm not tired as well.
pass security and gain access to the weapons
We're
facility.
going out to Metropolis first? We are. Okay.
Yep.
Last few times that I've run this, we split into 2 groups and half went in to ranks and half went to Metropolis.
Agents of Sinestro are assaulting the Star Labs research.
It's further down the mission, I think, that we do that.
Stop their attacks and reverse the
No, the
polarity
option came up on the screen just before we left.
will allow
Oh,
you
okay,
to
so,
infuse yourself with the amber mist.
I didn't notice.
At least on mine, that's it. Yeah. That's right. It doesn't matter if we split up to do it or if we go in like this. Either way, we all end up in the same place.
What do you mean we?
Pop said, we all people in the instance, Multi. I
Okay.
wasn't putting you on the wall of shame, though I feel like I should. But Pup said, oh no, I'm going on the wall of shame with Shadow Lady. Hey, it's a compliment to be on the wall of shame with me. Okay? It's really not. But yeah, as a tank, I'm not even battle tanking right now, just a full tank. I really should not be getting knocked out. As a fire tank, that's terrible. Bad, very bad. No, I need to get my artifacts leveled more, then I'll be...
Fire tank is like one step above God mode, so you should be fine.
above God mode. Thanks.
They
Making it sound worse and worse.
tried to make God mode as good as fire tank, and they broke the game, so they had to take it down one notch.
Oh, okay. I do think Fire Tank is a good fun one to play solo though. Nice and strong. Alright, we did the mist container on this one, so we need to go over here, is it? I think? I just played this and I don't remember. Ugh. Here we go. Yeah, one here. That's another... Ugh, doing this as a tank is the worst idea. Everything wants to attack. Come on, I'm grounded. Ugh, so slow. There we go. One more to go. Oh, it's not over this side, it's over the other side. Okay. Ugh. Someone else will probably get it before I even get over there. Keep getting grounded. The
Yeah,
enemies don't like me very much.
There's a U lantern that's targeting you.
Yeah, multiple times. When I went over the first time and when I went the second time. Oh good, someone got it. Yay! We did it! I say we. I didn't do much. Well, I got one of them. That was nice. That wasn't too bad.
The olden days when they were trying to give us operations.
Yes. I don't mind them. If I know what I'm doing, they're kind of fun.
The issue was with on PlayStation 3, like where's the portal?
It's not there. Are we missing someone?
Well, I see the X on the map.
Computer was activated. So do I, and the computer was turned on already. Does all of us have to be misted? We are all. Great, so is it glitching here now?
Oh, there it is.
Oh. I really thought I saw someone activate that. Maybe I'm delusional. I'm imagining things, guys. Never mind.
But the issue that with the operations is that the open world was super laggy on PlayStation 3 at some point. So it was a bit of a nightmare having to play those missions in the open world.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've not experienced it, but yeah, I could imagine that would be really annoying.
And the open world will take forever to load. So and if you didn't wait, you did risk the chance of falling down through the floor.
Yes, I've had that happen multiple times on Switch. There's massive lag when it comes to rendering different worlds, and I've fallen through the ground quite a few times.
So you had to wait and wait and wait for the. So you had to wait and wait for the map to load, and even then, sometimes people just wouldn't wait.
Yeah.
Releasing mist into chambers.
Oh, Red Knight says we need 2 people on ranks.
That's what I thought! Oh, we can't get through.
Why?
I'm pretty sure we have to have 2 people on ranks who can open the door. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but there has to be one who can activate the console and one who's going through the map. But the door's locked because they've already gone through the sorry, not the map, the maze. The door has to be unlocked, so we need someone at the console inside there, which is, yeah. I think we're stuck. I should have gone to ranks, I'm sorry. Oh no, we're good. Yay! We can activate the console! Okay, attack enemy first.
Generating additional pod munitions.
Ranks
There we
knows
go.
something's up. He's activated a series of security protocols up ahead.
Normally, like the last couple of times I've played this through, I ended up going through the maze because I was playing damage, but I can stay over here and do console stuff. If people would rather go through the maze... Settle down! I got you! I've not got you! I keep getting hit! Tanks don't do good pickup. I haven't got you and I'm sorry! I'll pull these guys away, maybe someone can get you. I was useless. I like picking people up, but I can't do it when I'm tanking. It's just not possible.
Construct room reorganization.
Alright, so I hope someone's in the maze. I don't see a dot though, so I think we might have to take this guy down first. Can I pick you up now that I've got 2 shields out? Maybe? No, okay. There's no point in me trying to pick up guys, it's just not gonna happen. Are you okay, Multi? Where are you? Oh, did you get knocked out? Couldn't pick you up.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Was I gone or were you gone?
I think I was gone. You didn't seem to hear me.
Why does that always happen to you?
Like I
What happened
teleported.
to you?
You said we needed 2 people to rank, so I teleported to Mogo to get back to ranks, and I was locked out. I was so sad.
No, this is ranks where we are.
I know, but you said we need 2 people on ranks, or
Yes.
Red Knight said we need 2 people on ranks.
Yes, but this is ranks where we came in at the teleporter. I think maybe Red Knight had come through the left teleporter that I was talking about earlier when we split into 2 groups, and might have been the only one who did, but I'm not sure because I didn't watch to see if anyone was missing. But yeah, if people want to go through the maze, I'm happy to do the consoles. Since I'm a tank, I'm not really useful with the enemies as we go through the maze, so yeah, if other people want to go through, feel free. Looks like Red Knight's gonna activate one.
Well, there seems to be half of us here, so I assume there's half of us, half in the maze.
Yeah.
Oh, now one more. So there's 3 of us now. Oh no, there's 4 of us.
I'm sure that there's a really good order to do these cogs in on the consoles. I don't know what it is. I'm always the one in the maze. Today's the first time I'm not in the maze. Orel said, "You're doing great in the live" to me. Thank you! Apparently I'm doing great, Multi. I would assume that's with the talking and not with the actual gameplay, because I don't know that I'm doing great with that.
Yeah, but he probably came in after.
You choose Red Knight.
He probably came in after you were knocked out.
Yeah, yep, that's it. Oh, that's true. Abby Sue said they're probably copy-pasting. That is fair. If people are on PC, they can probably be copy-pasting straight across. That would give them, like, way, way faster than everybody else.
Could
not
be.
having to type it. Night Racer is asking what the codes are for. So they are for a Merkian Cape box, 5 Proto Bank bots, and 5 R&D scanners. Pup says I can't copy paste on PC, so maybe they can't. I don't know. I play consoles. I've never tried to copy paste from a chat before, so I don't know if you can or can't. Yeah, I'm curious, guys. Can you copy paste? Let us know. But yeah, if they can, that gives PC massive advantage over everybody else. No one will keep up with that.
Then no choice. They must be using AI.
Blame AI for so much, Multi.
Of course. I'm just preparing for when they'll take over the world.
Oh, that sounds weird. But I guess, maybe possible? I don't want to think about it. Be nice to all the technology that you know. That way, you know, when the uprising occurs, hopefully you'll have some friends and they will just keep you as a slave and not kill you. Hang on, Red Knight looks like Red Knight, if you have a choice, go for it. I don't trust my judgment. I'll pick random. So if you have any idea which ones to choose for the consoles, you do it. I trust you. Oh, Deadworld said, after 5 failed attempts, I stopped trying. Yeah, I'm so sorry. There are like 70 people, 67 now, 67 people currently in the live chat. So that's a lot of people competing for them at once.
Construct room reorganization.
Oh, Pups tried 10 plus times. I'm so sorry, Pups. That's so sad. Batman557 said, I've got a question for Multiverse. Do you know when the Batman Beyond suit goes on sale?
No idea.
Same here. They kind of just randomly do the sales, and I don't know which ones are coming. Actually, I can't say random, because the one they have on at the moment does make sense coming out with the new content because of the artifact. So, you know, they do make sense what they're doing. But no idea if the styles are going to go on sale anytime soon.
Well, if he's talking about the styles you can buy from Booster Gold, I guess once if we get a sale on the Quarks vendor, then there'll be a sale for the style. If he's talking about the style that is included in some of the bundles, I have no idea.
I haven't seen the bundles go on sale for a while, unless I've missed it.
They go on sale once in a while. They go on sale once in a while, but it's really a once in a while thing.
Yeah. Yay! Oh, people got knocked out, and I just got pulled in the room by a fan. Rude. I'm not ready to attack you yet, okay? I want to pick people up. I want to, but I can't. Okay, just come on. Let me pick up. I did it! Oh, pick up worked while I'm tanking. Very nice. Maybe I should just put... I try not to put the hard light shield in if I can help it, because is it immolation? Whichever one I have for fire is... Like, it does damage at the same time, and I like that. So I like to use it, but at the same time I can't pick up with it because I get knocked too easily. Hard light shield, at least I can pick people up.
Well, you could use the shield from the Constantine ally.
See, I don't know if I want to use the Constantine ally on my tank build, though.
Ah.
I've got the shield from Superman Ally, which is handy, but at the same time, it works the same as my normal one. I can still get knocked with it. But it's a good benefit to everybody else, because it activates for everybody. Yeah, I don't think I want to level Constantine for my tank build. I will for... I've got a couple of healer builds where I will put him in, but I don't think I want him on here, at least not this tune. Hey, there's actually ads!
Damaged.
And Sinestro's taking damage! Oh, thank goodness, it's not broken today. Maybe they actually fixed it, or maybe, you know, it was just random that was happening to me.
Attack initiated.
But it happened 3 times in a row. That's a loss. Yay! Oh, thank goodness.
Was it easy
Finally got it
peasy?
done.
It was easy peasy,
That
lemon
was
squeezy.
easy peasy.
We're in. Get that
That's what I
railgun
say.
offline.
Magnus is
Nice
asking
try,
how do I
Sinestro.
use the codes? I think I'll leave that to you because you can actually show it on screen after the cutscene if you want. I can't show people.
Henshaw, you're barely worth
You have to go to the
recycling.
marketplace.
Let's get out of here.
Oh. You have to go to Redeem Claim. And from there, you put in the
Don't worry,
code.
we'll catch up with
And
them
then you can
later.
get the rewards.
There's definitely more to the mists
Yeah.
in Metropolis, and with Ranks' railgun offline,
Hey,
we
I'm in
can focus
the
our
cutscene.
efforts on analyzing the information.
Yay! I don't like the yellow gas though. Beautiful! I actually got it completed today. I played this 3 times yesterday without being able to get it done. That was very annoying.
Oh, and the teleporter to
Are we
take
heading
us
to
straight.
Mogo?
Oh yeah, let's go to Mogo. We'll play the bounties.
Sweet. Alright.
So we'll do a few more codes, and then we'll play the bounties. I didn't realize that we're taking us straight to Mogo afterwards. That's nice.
I did. It worked last time. It says it on the little transporter thing. It says Fearful Day in brackets so people know they're going to come here, which I think is quite helpful.
So what do you think of the new Mogo map?
I think it's really pretty. I like its size. I like the way that it looks. It's very nice. The map is something they do well. The Casimir map was really nice. Even though it was small, it was beautiful. And even though the trees annoyed the heck out of me because my character kept trying to climb them, I thought it was really pretty. I agree with it here too. I think the same thing. This is a beautiful map. What do you think of the map?
Well, see, since I fly, I don't notice stuff like clinging on the trees or stuff like that. So I like the map, but then again, I didn't really try it with an acrobat or a super speed character.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'll play with a flying character, and even my non-flying characters, usually I'll have a flying armory just to travel around the maps. So, but yeah, I could understand if some obstacles could be annoying for a super speed or acrobat character.
Yeah. In here, it's not the case. There's some areas of things that are sticking up and my character does get turned around on, but they're so spread out, it's not annoying. I don't know. I really like this map. I think it's pretty. It reminds me of Elder Scrolls, though, so maybe that's why, because I love Elder Scrolls. I don't know.
Could be, but visually it looks good. For that,
It does.
we'll give them that. Like some of the new stuff, like the effects for the Constantine ally, these look good. The new aura, the Hellblazer aura, that looked good. So from a visual point of view, what they do seems to work. We could, I guess, agree. We could, I guess, argue about the styles themselves. Like, do we like the Reckoning styles? I'm sure some people like it. Some people don't like it. Do we like the latest style we had? I forget the Reborn style. Some people like it. Some people probably don't like it. And even if you don't really like it, there's still a few things like getting the emblem on the forehead of your character. There's no way someone can not like that. Uh, so I'm very happy to see that
I
there
wish it was available.
it is.
It is. We can get the emblem on our forehead.
Well, if you get the headpiece, like the
Oh, yeah, that piece. Okay. I thought you meant, like, if you look at Lucia
Oh,
in
no,
this
no, no,
particular
no, no.
episode
I-
before
I
the
wish-
ending,
well,
I
see,
thought that's what you meant.
they did that with the Star Sapphire emblem. We can have the Star Sapphire emblem as an accessory on our forehead. So I'm hoping
Yes.
that someday they'll give us that more options like that.
Yes.
But we'll have to wait and see for that.
Yeah. I hope they do too. But that's what I thought you meant for a second there. But yeah, no. Yeah.
But I can already see like people who want to have an emblem on their forehead. That'll give us then one more option, or even Rambo's. Way back when, I don't know if you were there at the time when we got the munition power. One of the things that was highly requested by people was to be able to get a bandana like Rambo. And
Yeah. I wasn't there at the time, but that would be so cool. Now we've got
well,
it, kind of.
kind of like if you don't equip an emblem, it could kind of work for that. So let us talk to our friend John Stewart.
Archillo and his crew are here, and they're doing some serious damage. If you're up for a
Oh, are you
fight,
still?
get out and shut
Sorry,
those
I'm at the.
down.
I thought you were over here. I'm clearly following
Nope.
the wrong person, but I'm at the boss zone, the purple zone.
So I gave the last of the codes for today. I kept a few codes for tomorrow. Tomorrow at Evil Friday, we'll hand out a few more codes. So you guys are already at Arcalo, is that what you're saying?
No, we're at the purple zone one. I don't know what this boss is called in particular. The lanterns or the constructs, I guess.
And where do you get the mission for that?
At the caravans, at the hologram of John Stewart.
No. But I just spoke to John Stewart.
Not the real John Stewart. Hologram John Stewart.
So the hologram,
It's either John Stewart or Hal.
the hologram gives a different mission than John Stewart.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And I need to find, I never know where Kilowog is to get the other daily. Hang on. I think when we go to John Stewart, he tells us to go to the 3 other locations, right? No, he should be telling you to acquire the omnipotence pieces, I think.
Well, we'll go to Kilowog afterwards if you need to.
Yeah, I can't remember where he is. I always forget. Do you know where he is?
I could use
Yes.
your
He's
help.
not with the other
Guardians
ones to
are
collect.
taking
Oh,
advantage
good.
of
I'm
the
glad you
I'll,
know.
I'll be there in just a minute. I'm just picking up the other missions.
And terrorizing
Yeah, no
Got a
problem.
minute? A squad of my fellow lanterns are
Rescue the
patrolling a
civilians.
region here
Go.
on Mogo, and they could use
That's
some
right, this
backup.
one, the purple zone ended. I don't like that I don't get a timer on my right-hand side for the zone. There's a timer that comes up telling you when zone activation will occur, but there's no timer during, so I don't know how long we've got in it. I don't like that.
Are you sure?
John Stewart hologram.
Yeah. But I already have this
You
one.
have a job to do. Get
Okay.
to it.
Must have
So
completed it yesterday.
let me show you what's his name.
Kilowog.
Kilowog is in the come on. Kilowog is in the village over here. If I see it someday. Oh, I'll do
Color you yellow. Follow you. Because he's the only one that I haven't got memorized the location for, and I didn't need to at the time because it gave me an X on the map when I started. But
He's where you have to fix the fences.
Listen up.
oh, the
There's
green fence
refugees
line.
in need
Right.
out there. Some are under attack, others got empty bellies. I need you to help them out. Think you can do that for me?
I'm coming.
So
Thank you.
where do we go now? To the lake or to what's his name?
Refugee camp. Okay, cool. Purple zone is gone. So, up to you. Wherever you want to go, I'll follow. I don't have the boss in my map because I completed it yesterday, so I don't know exactly where to go for a kilo.
I didn't defeat the boss, and I don't see it still.
Oh. You collected from John Stewart. You collected from the hologram. I don't know where else.
Yeah,
to
but
collect
I
the
didn't
mission from.
I didn't complete the mission from the hologram.
The mission from the hologram should be the purple zone one, though, shouldn't it? The constructs and lanterns that spawn. I'm pretty sure that's from that one. A kilo, I don't know who we go to collect from. I'm guessing. I thought it was John Stewart at the start. Maybe it's not. Hang on. Flex Force is leaving. He said, "Have a good day, gaming. Have a good day, gaming day." Oh my goodness! Thank you. If I
Oh,
could
there's
speak,
a
we'd be happier.
Green Lantern squad assembling, so that's what we have to do.
Yeah, so they assemble in the purple zone, and then they kind of like move like a convoy, and then we go and attack a bunch of lanterns, or what are they called? Constructs. And see, there's a timer. It says in 30 seconds on the right-hand side until they spawn, and then once they spawn, the timer disappears. And I think, I'm not sure, but do you have like a 2 out of 6 or a 3 out of 6 for yours?
Nope.
I think we have to do it 6 times in a row. But mine's completed, so I can't see it on my screen. But as far as I know, guys, you have to do a few of these in a row of the purple zone to get it completed for the day, the weekly. It's a little unclear. Did you notice as well when you're doing the solo that the prompts on the right-hand side, the text, don't match what you're actually doing?
If the enemy
It
taps
says
No.
kill,
They will fail.
incapacitate
Let's go.
30 ultraviolet lanterns, and there's literally none of them.
No, I never bothered with that.
Yeah. I think I got up to, the last time I ran it, between 17 and 21, I think. And then it suddenly swaps to a different mission and you don't ever get to 30, and they're not ultraviolet lanterns anyway. I think they need to fix that up. And then at one stage it says to go to Carol Ferris and you actually go and investigate a corpse, so I don't know. There's a few things that are not quite right with this episode, which honestly, I was expecting worse than this, so I'm kind of pleasantly surprised.
Let's lock it down, people.
Here we go. You should have counters on the right-hand side that say something out of 100. Do you have that?
Yep.
Beautiful, alright. Then you've got this mission at least. Which, I'm pretty sure this is the Jon Stewart hologram mission. If I'm not mistaken. Sorry guys, I've only played it through once yesterday. A couple of things I did more than once, but the mission itself I only did once. So, I'm not 100% on some of the details of how it functions.
Well, at some point I saw a pillar like this one where there was like a 1,000 yellow lantern around it. Your constructs and yellow lanterns, but dang, the map was laggy.
Yeah, and if no one is attacking here, that's what happens. If there's no one here, they will fill up with a bunch of lanterns and then a bunch of constructs, because no one's actually knocking them out. So, it's certainly interesting to see. I ran into it during my live and got knocked out pretty quick, which I knew was coming, but it was still, you know, very, very crowded.
It reminded me of the opening. It reminded me of the opening of the Green Lantern Sinestro Corps War, where you have Sinestro with like 10,000 yellow lanterns listening to his speech.
And they were all crowded here, apparently. But yeah, there should be 2 of these as well, the battery things, guys. There's a green and there's a yellow. Pups is asking, any chance I can get a secret tell code? No, definitely not.
Nope.
Once Multiverse does that for one person, everyone will be asking, then it will be unfair. He can't do that, guys.
No secret code. Even Shadow doesn't get a code.
Nice try, Pups, nice try. No, I don't get a code, that's right. But I also already have Merkian Cape, so I don't want a code anyway.
Why did they go down?
Sorry?
I was wondering why the lanterns went down.
I don't know. They just seem to get knocked out even though there's no enemies around, right? It's weird.
That's my point. There's nothing and they get knocked out.
Maybe the battery is supposed to be doing it? I don't know. It makes 0 sense.
We'll take no chance. We'll attack the battery.
Are we actually going to get to 100 this time? No way! I'd never have gotten to 100. It's always 90-something. But see, there's no timer, so I don't know how long I've got to get my last few.
I don't know.
Darn it! It ended! I didn't get it! I was on 96!
That's okay. There's a few more.
It doesn't count anymore. Once it's deactivated, it doesn't count towards the 100.
Oh.
I know. I don't think it matters. I think we just have to hang out and do it. But, because I've completed the mission before. But I've never reached the 100. I'm just hoping there's like a feat for it, and when I get it finally, I'll have some kind of celebratory, reward.
Well, I did complete it, I think.
Yeah. The 100 counter will come up on your right-hand side regardless of completion. But if you don't have anything saying something out of 6, then you're probably done, I think.
Now I have Aid and Rescue Refugee.
Yeah, I'm on that one over here as well.
Oh, okay.
That's the daily. This goes much faster than I expected it to, because when I saw it and it had 100, I started attacking, and the Quarians really do only count for 1. But there's other things that count for more, so yeah, it's not as bad as it looks.
It's
On
worse?
my live, I was like, there is no way I'm going to run this through for people. When we get the refugees rescued, I think the refugee counts for more. I'll work out exactly how much. Hang on.
We have to bring them
16.
food again.
10. No, we don't have to bring them food again.
I
At
don't
least
know.
I don't think so.
The food counts for 10.
Those are still active, but when I grab them, they don't do anything.
They
The
count towards
refugee rescues do.
10, it seems.
Oh, that's fantastic. There we go, guys. So if you rescue refugees from the group,
No,
from
the food.
lanterns rather, or accordions,
The-
it counts for 10, and if you take these across, it counts for 10. So that's good. Because doing one at a time would take forever.
100 goes by so fast.
It does, especially when we're grouped.
Well, if all you need is bring out the food, that seems to go much faster than fighting the lanterns.
Agreed. Much, much faster. Thank God you're here. Go away, little accordions. There we go. How much are you on multi?
92.
Done?
Yeah.
Beautiful. And we can collect. Thanks, Kilowog. What mission are you doing next?
Now,
I don't know.
take care of business with a quickness.
Let's see if we can find. What's the bounty here? Arkillo?
Oh, I can't remember where Arkillo is. I've only been here one time. I don't remember where Arkillo is, but we should be able to find it on the map, right? Usually there's an obvious area.
Well, we should see a big white skull, so it should be.
Green
here.
Lantern, refugee camp, Green Lantern, enter objective. I don't know. That's the rally point. Hang on, I'm gonna whoop.
So for those wondering if you're here for the code, we're done for the code for today. While we
are
search.
indeed. He has expended almost all the codes, not quite. He's got some for tomorrow as well.
Yes, tomorrow we'll hand out what's left of the codes for Evil Friday. So tomorrow, seeing how this is a Lantern DLC, let's see if we can dress in our best Yellow Lantern costume. Yeah, I understand. Maybe
I will.
you don't have a Yellow Lantern characters. Do the best you can with the styles you have.
I already got my style on there. I was excited.
Let's see. No.
Falcon said John Stewart? I'm not sure why. That's where we collect the mission from, right? John Stewart has a killer bounty. Yeah, that's right. You are correct, sir. But, I have already completed it. I suppose I could go back and I could grab it. Oh, Falcon says on him.
Oh,
So
okay.
he must have the bounty.
I found Arkillo.
Beautiful.
Well, I found him in my journal, so I'm going there right now. He seems to be south of the map.
I'm a-coming. Thank you, Falcon!
There he is.
Yeah, I already completed the mission, so, I mean, I could replay Badget, but I don't know that I want to for this
Nah.
episode. I mean, chapter, darn it, chapter.
Don't replay it. Just replay it with us.
Here we go. Yeah, there we go.
Well, unless you have thousands of
Look at the
replay,
map so I remember where to go.
unless you have thousands of replay badges, you don't know what to do with.
I definitely know what to do with my replay badges.
They've made a grave mistake.
There we go. Gonna have to get used to this map. I do wish that they had. Oh, Falcon said you can spam it for 4 feats. I mean, that's probably true.
Engineers.
I have to actually go through all the feats that there are in here. There's like a little console that my best friend found, like a little yellow. It looks like a radio.
Yes,
but it's a
yes.
little
I
bit
saw
HD
that.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
I have to destroy that.
yeah. Right now I'm at the 25 feet.
Yeah.
I don't know how far it goes.
So it's like Neither do I, but I did the 1 and then it went up to 25. I'm at the same spot as you, so I have no idea how far that one goes, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I didn't go through the feats when I did the live. I was just trying to get through the storyline. And I'm kind of glad that I cut my live where I did, because I didn't play through the last raid on the live because it took forever to get into. When we finally got into it, it didn't work anyway. Played it 3 times. Ugh. This is the first time. Today's the first time that it actually worked.
Ben says it goes up to 250.
You've almost.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. There we go. I wish they had, because the mission collection is spread out across this map a little bit, I do wish on the map that we have in our menu we were able to find those points, because we've got some of them. Obviously the one that you showed me, refugee camp, we can find, and there's one other location, I think the original location. Hang on, I'll look. Green Lantern's beta teleporter hub, that section there, we can find on the map, but we can't see boss area until there's a skull that comes out. And that's when we're running around rather than in our actual map, so I'm very glad you told me where to find Kilowog.
Those engineers are building turrets. Stop them.
Magnus says, damn, I forgot I'm on PC. I can't join you guys. That shouldn't be a restriction. PlayStation and PC are both on the same server. It's whether you're on EU or US server that would make the difference. So if you are on PC and you're on the US server, you can join, because we're on the same server as you. Batman said, I'm here, I'm beside you, Shadow Lady. I'm guessing that was back in the House of Legends.
Well, speaking of the devil, let's go back there. Unless, is there another weekly we should do?
I think you've got, there's, no, that's the weeklies, and I think we did one daily also there.
No, that's okay. For the daily, we can do it on our own.
Yeah, no problem. House of Legends. Deadworld said, even still, any new dev should have played the game to know what the game is. It sounds like that there's a few of the developers who have played the game, because they talk about it and have said in the producer's letter for one, and also during that damage control video that came out, and during the live that they had on Twitch, it did seem like they have played.
The thing is, even if they do...
how many they've played and how much.
The thing is, even if they do decide to play the game, and even let's assume like some of them have been there for like a year, some of them have been there for like 3 months. Let's assume that someone who started 3 months ago started playing the game. At best, they have 3 months of game time behind their belt, and that's assuming they played a lot during that time. If they only played a couple of hours a week, 3 months, that's nothing. I remember the first, it took me a year and a half before I really knew what I was doing. The first year I played DCUO, I didn't know anything. I didn't know the difference between defense and what's the other thing? See, I forget. It's been so long. What's the other one for PvP? Toughness. I didn't know the difference between defense and toughness, so I would use whatever gear gave me the most stats, and I didn't realize that sometimes I would use some toughness gear in the PvE open world. But again, whatever gave me the best stats is what I would use. So I was using a quote unquote glass cannon sometimes without meaning to. Controller, to play as a controller, like I have the early leagues I tried to join. Tried to show me how to play as a controller, and in retrospect, I realized that they were doing a terrible job explaining it. And it's only once I had a group of friends who decided to play the game, and then I created a new character and played with them, leveling up with them. That is how I was able to learn to play as a controller. So it took me a year, at least a year, maybe a year and a half before I really knew what I was doing. So you cannot expect the devs who started 3 months ago to know as much as some of us who have been playing for 14 years. There's no way. Yeah, it's not going to happen. And that's assuming they even want to play the game. It could be that when you're hired on a project for as a, let's say, a designer, you're hired to do the design. You're not hired to play the game. So so if they hired someone for their design skill, and if maybe they didn't care if they knew anything about the game, well, too bad, so sad. That's what we have. But I'm pretty sure Glitter has been there for a while, and I think she knows how to play the game. But I could be mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know. But Red, is his name Red? I can't remember. That
Red
seems
Five?
to at least know. Red 5, thank you. Seemed to know the most out of everyone who spoke, but that's just my own opinion. I mean, I could be mistaken on that. And honestly, when I started playing the game, I didn't even know PvP was a thing. I had no idea about going to other open worlds. I was just with my friend. We were playing through Gotham and Metropolis. Some things were not clear to me early on. And I had to learn it as I go, just like I'm sure they have to. But if they don't play as long as we do, then we're going to know more than them. So, yeah. Oblivial said there's no way they get redeemed the second he gives them out. See, there's nothing Multiverse can do. The second he puts them out, it's up to everybody else how quick you guys are. Multiverse can't do anything about it. If people are copy-pasting or if people have some kind of a delay to the chat, it's not Multiverse's control. He can't do anything about it.
Well, there's a 30-second delay also, so it could be that maybe some people only have a 25-second delay. So if somebody is 5 seconds
Yeah.
ahead of you, they're gonna grab the code every time. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
The other
It's absolutely true. My mom is always a few seconds ahead of me, so...
the alternative would be not to give out codes. So at least some people can have the codes.
Yeah. Unknown is saying what type of giveaway? She donut. I don't know what that means, but the giveaway is a Murphy and Kate box, 5 proto bank bots, and 5 R&D scanners, guys. Aiden said the price is increased, but when you complete a style set, it's decreased, and you can get it decreased price on your alts. That's in-game currency, though, that you're talking about there, Aiden. That's when you play the content, and then the currency for the event or episode has decreased in price for your other alts. I think that might have been when we were talking earlier about marketplace prices, right?
Yeah,
Marketplace-
the price is pretty expensive for some items. Like there's some items when you
Yeah.
need 125 coins. That's over $50. Like 100 coins is $50. So it adds up real quick. It basically comes down to $50 per in a round way, $50 per piece of gear. That's and
Yeah.
there's 8 pieces of gear. That's
So
not cheap.
expensive. No. I wouldn't pay that for clothes that I actually wear. Oh my goodness.
Then don't wear any
Aiden
clothes.
says it's... Oh, sorry. Multi!
It's
I
too
buy cheap clothes like I already do.
If it's too expensive, no clothes.
It's too expensive to buy $50 a piece on that many pieces. What is it? 8 armor pieces that I'd be doing? I mean, that's not including like rings, necklace, and stuff.
Absolutely.
That's expensive.
Yes.
Aiden says it seems to drop a lot more renown so that you can get the elite gear. That is true. They've added the renown drops to casual gameplay as well. So even people who aren't playing elite are able to get stuff much, much faster now.
Yeah, you do get a renown a bit faster, or yeah, I would say a bit faster. But the goal is because the thing is, if people cannot get the renown, well, they cannot purchase the gear. They cannot purchase the gear. Why would they purchase the currency to purchase the gear? So you have to see them from their point of view. Whereas it made no sense to gatekeep people out of buying the elite gear because that just means extra currency sales for the devs. So it's easy to understand why they changed how we gain the renown. Like right now, well, let's see how much
Yeah.
renown I have. Like we got the DLC yesterday, and where's my renown already?
I have to look at mine too.
Like I'm already at 550, and the thing came out yesterday. And there might be some I did not consume just yet.
I'm on 900, and that's with completing everything, with the exception of one daily today.
So yes, the renown will go faster. And then the faster you collect your renown, the faster you need the coins to purchase the gear. So it might convince some people to. Oh, actually, I'm gonna. Well, let's see. Like you can see, I had 22 commendation in my inventory here. So let's see how much that gives me. So if I go back, I didn't realize I'd accumulated that much renown. Oh, see, I'm at 1650. So,
Nice.
so yeah, but again, the faster you collect your renown, then the faster you can purchase the elite gear, and the faster you can have an incentive to purchase some currency from the marketplace. Also, from a styles point of view, like they make the regular version of the style, whichever one purchase, but then they make the elite version of the style. And imagine if you make that style and there's only 5% of the player base who actually buy it. It's almost a waste. As if this way at least, well, a lot more people will be able to buy it, and odds are at least some of them will be using it.
Rishon says, hello, Multiverse, Shadow, and Shadow's family. Because my family's also online. Hello, Rishon. Junior says, I wish I could join, but I'm on Xbox. For anyone who is interested in being able to play in lives on Xbox for DC, I will be doing that. It will be slightly fiddly because it will go live on Twitch, and then it will upload to YouTube after that. So people will need to be on Twitch at the time of the live to be able to chat with me, but it will be happening. So if anyone plays Xbox and isn't able to play in lives and things and would like to, that will be happening on my channel. So, yay!
I'll be right back.
No problem. Magnus says, I wish I could join, but I'm on PC and Phase 7 is closed. Don't even know Phase 7 exists. And if that's not bad enough, I can't rename my character to Dawnstar. Interesting choice, Dawnstar. Is that because you play Elder Scrolls? I'm curious. But also, if you are on PC, guys, PC and PS are together. So there's a PC PS server for the US and a PC PS server for EU. If you're on the US one, you can join Multiverse. And that is even if we are in a different phase. So if we're in phase 7 and it is locked and full, you can still send Multiverse a tell in-game and ask him to be added to the group. So he usually tries to get a group of 8 so that we can run raids, and if we've got a gap, then he will usually add people who send him a tell. He does also add people who turn up at the location that we are, but that doesn't negate you from being able to be joined to the group just because a phase is full. So yeah, keep that in mind. And yeah, if you are on PC and you're on the US server, you can absolutely play with Multiverse if you want to. You just have to be fast. I have no idea how to say the name. We're going to go with J14. Says, I'm Immortal Iron Fist. So I'm wondering if that was the character that we saw on the screen earlier.
Yes.
Because I am much further back in the chat.
Yeah, it was here much earlier.
Fair enough. I don't know what this means. Almighty said, when they try to queue, tell them to spam triangle. Works sometimes. Oh, triangle on the controller.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm going to keep that in mind because I've had this same issue occur for me as well. So I might try that next time too.
Well, I wouldn't say so much as spam as hold it in. Like, don't just press it. Hold it for like 1, 2, 3 seconds sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. David said, must be old codes. It says they're already used. It's not. These are the codes that Multiverse was given. Most likely, if it says they're already used, it's because someone was faster than you. There's 76 people currently in the chat. There's been about that amount throughout this live. If all of you are trying for the same code at once, unfortunately, someone's going to be first. We've had confirmation that the codes are working. So
actually,
if it's not working for you, it's just because someone was faster.
There's been 862 so far. Right now, there's 77.
Codes?
No, 162 people.
Oh, okay. He's looking at the yeah. I'm looking at the current live.
The current is
have been watching, so there's hundreds.
The current is 77, but so basically there's hundreds. You compete against hundreds of people for 150 codes. So of course not everyone. Yeah. Even if I was to give you the code at 863 people, not everyone will get a code. It's sad, but that's how it is. At some point, Doobs was generous enough that he would give us 1,000 codes. That didn't happen this time.
That would have been cool, though.
Well, we had the same issue. Even with 1,000 codes, we had the same thing. Some people still could not get a code, so it's a lose-lose scenario in the end.
Yeah. Abby Sue said it does exist, so she's talking about the phase. It's just full. If you go to your map and hit phase, you can see it's full. So for anyone who doesn't know how the phases work, if you go to your map and you go to phase, you can see a whole bunch there, listed phases for the area that you are currently in. And then you should be able to see which ones are full and which ones aren't. Some of them change very rapidly, though, to full, so just be aware if you can't get into one, it probably just changed over to full. We are currently in phase 5. Goran said, "Hi guys, sorry I'm late." No problem, Goran. It's a spontaneous-ish. It's not really that spontaneous because we did kind of plan. But yeah, the live was one that I think we planned it in a comments section or in a chat on one of your other lives, didn't we? Oh, Rayshon said my game crashed once so far. Well, once is better than what happened to me in multi. I had 2 crashes. Multi had 3. And Maltese ones were really annoying because they were within minutes. At least I had hours on mine. The guy says, "I wanted to play with you, Multi, with a sad face. It was McLantern. I'm so sorry. That's so awful when something like that happens. This game, I think, has a little bit of personality, and sometimes it doesn't like me. And apparently today it didn't like McLantern. I don't know why."
For people who might be wondering, for the new DLC, the combat rating is 460.
I'm not going to read out a couple of the comments, just because they are spoilers for the narrative, and if people haven't played the content yet, I don't want to read those out, because, you know, it's literally just dropped. Some people haven't played it yet, so let's not spoil it for them.
Let's try not to spoil.
Yeah. Magnus says, "Really need them to add more hotbars so I can put more abilities on." I would love to have more on the loadouts bar. That would be handy. Just one would be nice. One extra. Jay is asking, "Does anyone know how to get the red vinyl neon chroma pack?" I have it. I don't remember how I got it.
At this point, you have to get it from the broker. It came from a previous booster model. I think either a booster model or a mega capsule. Either way, at this point, you have to get it from the broker.
Oh, Goran said, "Well, I got the flame tape finally." That's fantastic. Well done. Oh,
Congrats.
Great. Rayshon said, "I found out character slots 27 maxed out. Mine maxed out, but I can't buy no more character slots." That's correct. You can get 37 if you have a membership, but
Yes.
27 is the max amount you can outright purchase. So, yeah, if you've purchased the 27, the only way to get more character slots is to either delete characters, I guess, but you can get a membership and it will have 10 extra slots, but if you don't maintain your membership, once it drops, you will lose those character slots and you'll have to choose who you want to remove. So, yeah.
Yeah, sadly, once you
Also,
subscribe,
Ben said
sadly, once you subscribe for the 10 extra character slots, you're pretty much stuck, because if you go back to premium player, which character are you going to get rid of? And then as soon as you get rid of one character, then the next day you say, "Well, I'd like to play that character," and "Oh no, I can't. It's not available." So once you go, if you become a subscriber, you're done. You like you can't go back. You pretty much are done subscribing forever.
Ben said, "Nah, I'm PC, you can't copy-paste it." And Chaya said, "You can't copy-paste on mobile either." So it does look like we're all a little bit closer to even footing. It's got to be a timing issue, and whoever is faster at typing, to be honest. Because, yeah, everyone, with the exception of PlayStation 5, everyone should be able to have some way to type nice and quick. If you're on PlayStation 5, you have no luck. You're in the same boat as me. Oh, David said, "Copy code to Notepad, remove dashes, copy and paste in your enter activation code section on your Daybreak account." Maybe you can copy paste. I don't know, guys. Pops is going to give it a try. Zithanda managed to redeem one on console. Good job. Oh, well done. Magnus said, "Just found out that the name Dawnstar is a DC character, so I can't name my character that." Oh, is it multi?
Say that again?
Dawnstar a DC character too. Dawnstar. Is that a DC character?
Yes. It's she's from the Legion of
I did not
Superheroes.
realize. I thought because Dawnstar is something relevant in Elder Scrolls,
Well,
and I
it's a
thought that that's what he was referring to.
it's in a lot of things. It's in Baldur's Gate as well. But in the case of DC, there's a Legion of Superhero character called the Dawnstar. She's from the 31st century, part of the Legion of Superheroes, and basically she's an Indian with wings. It's pretty
That
much
sounds
it.
pretty. Magnus also said Shattered Shadow, quote, Sinestro's taking damage, thank God. I played it 3 times yesterday, guys, and Sinestro was immune every single time. I couldn't get the raid completed, and I finally got it completed today, which makes me happy, because I want the currency, you know? Oblivion said, Multi, how long are we going to have the EU servers up? Is it true that they say the game is dying? I hope not. I couldn't play as a child, but now I can.
Nah, people have been saying that for 14 years at this point.
Yes.
Even before I played the
Yeah.
game, one of the things that made me hesitate to start the game, to try the game way back when, was even before the game was released. Already, people were saying the game was dead. They were saying there was not enough content, and also a lot of the people who were playing the game who tested the game in the early days were people who were used to playing on games like EverQuest, and they were used to the way EverQuest works. They were used to the classes in EverQuest, to the system in EverQuest, and this Universe Online was trying to do something different from those other games. Like the controller role doesn't exist in other games. There are support roles, but nothing exactly like the controller role that we have. Even the tank roles and it doesn't play quite the same in DCO as other games. So a lot of people wanted basically the same thing as the other games that we're used to, and they didn't like DCO very much. So they were saying that there wasn't enough content, or people wouldn't play it for very long, or so the reviews even back then they were saying that the game was dead. But strangely enough, 14 years later, the game is still around. So go figure.
Yeah, ever since I started playing, people have been saying that the game is dead. It's not. If we had to say it's dead somewhere, Switch would probably be the most likely place to say that. But honestly, ever since they fixed up the glitching and lagging issues that they were having ever since Shock to the System, there is an increase in players on there. Not much, but enough that I don't think it's dead.
Now there is
Um,
it's obviously someday, like nothing lasts forever. Obviously someday DC Universe Online will shut down. That will happen, that's for sure. Hopefully it'll happen in 25 years, 50 years. But if I was a betting man, I would say in about 5 years. We have at least 5 years. When we got the House of Legends, they had a 10-year plan for DC Universe Online. So that would bring us to 2030, 2031. Uh, but there's a lot of things that could happen in between. Like they could decide, first thing, they could decide to renew the license. If they somehow made enough money, keep enough players, don't have to spend too much money to maintain the game, then yeah, why would they not renew their license? But right now, we also know that there are some, let's say, issues with Warner Brothers. There's some issues with Warner Brother Discovery. Who knows? It could happen that Warner Brothers gets sold to another entity, and maybe they would not want to have DC Universe Online around for some reason. We don't know. Like, what if Amazon decides to buy Warner's, and they have their own massive multiplayers, and maybe they don't want to have DC Universe Online to compete with them? Then yeah, maybe that could shut down the game. But unless something drastic like that happens, DC Universe Online should stick around at least for a while.
I agree. Goran says, guys, I think the game is getting better and better. In fact, it's becoming alive. I mean, there's some things that have increased. There's been an increase in new players recently. And I don't know if I'd say it's getting better and better. There are some things that are improved, like some of the, like the open worlds in particular are very, very beautiful. But there are some things that I don't know that I would say they've improved. But I mean, people don't seem to be leaving at the moment. I mean, unless you've seen I haven't seen people who seem to be like, I'm done with this game, goodbye.
We saw a lot
There's
of
been
that.
some people who stepped away with the currency increase.
Well, we saw a lot of that with the Day of Reckoning. Day of Reckoning, we could notice a lot of people decided to either not come back or take a long break. Like our friend Johnny would be an example of that. A lot of people in my league haven't seen them
And
in quite a while.
Chica.
Chica took a break. Yeah, obviously there are people who, when we got the Day of Reckoning, there are people who said, okay, screw that, I'm taking a break. Sadly, the risk of that is that sometimes that break ends up being forever. Now, it would seem that in some cases, in the case of Chica, in the case of Johnny, in the case of some others, they decided to at least come back for fear for Fearful Day just to see how things are going. So will they stick around? Will they just try the game for one more week and take a break again? We don't know that. But at least some people seems to be coming back to take a look for Fearful Day, so that alone is a good thing. As there seems to be new players, so again, that's a good thing. The thing is, will they stick around? We don't know. We're gonna have to wait for that. But obviously, there are some changes that old people will not like, and they'll go. There are some changes that new people that will attract new people. And of course, one thing that has to be mentioned is that yes, they are being more aggressive in monetizing the game. That's been they've been trying to
Absolutely.
they've been trying to be more aggressive pretty much since we got the House of Legends. So it's no surprise if for the past 6 months they've been very more aggressive. So I guess they have certain amounts they need to reach in order to be able to consider the game profitable. And so they gave us some currency to purchase. They gave us some mods to purchase on the marketplace. Which, if anyone ever doubted if the game was pay to win or not, right there, the game pretty much was confirmed as pay to win at that point. Although later on they did add options to be able to get those mods without like I didn't buy any of those mods just yet. So there are options to be able to get those mods for free. So again, can we really say that it is pay to win anymore? We don't know. See, there's something interesting. Like right now, I see some of the codes I posted way back when appear on my TV screen. So there seems to be some sort of delay somewhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if again, so one, two, three, four more codes I see appearing on my screen. So there seems to be some delay between what I post, what maybe you guys see on the screen, and what I see on the screen right here. So and I can't properly explain it.
Um, Devil's Eye is asking how did you get that soda? I think he's talking about the artifact soda pop
Yes,
or
the
soda
soda.
cola, whatever it's called.
This came from the Kryptonian time capsule, if I recall correctly. It's a bottle city soda. Sadly, it is a different system. That like you see, the artifacts go up to rank 200. The bottle city soda goes up to rank 8, and that's it. So you cannot use the Wolfpack artifact for the bottle city soda, sadly. So it used to come from the Kryptonian time capsule, but there is also an alternative to be able to get it. If you go to the House of Legends, if you go to where our friend Booster Gold is, there is a vendor right next to Booster Gold. You can get the cola from there.
I always forget what that vendor is called.
It's the time and space vendor or the Skeets vendor.
Thank you.
The
Skeets, that's what I used to call. Yeah, Skeets vendor.
yeah. So you can see the bottle CD soda here. It'll cost you 22 source marks. Oh no, actually it's 22 quarks. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, and you can see some of their artifacts like the Amulet of Ra, the Solar Amplifier. Also, I think those you would get from the time capsules. I think you could sell those on the broker. So let's take a quick look. So you might, if you're lucky, you might be able to buy it here. But I haven't checked in ages. So well, let's find out. Oh yeah, it's still here for about 2.5 million. So these are your options. So these are your options. Get it from the broker, get it from the vendor.
For those asking, because there's still a few, I'm not sure if maybe we've answered already, but just in case, the codes are for the Murky and Cape box, 5 Proto Bank bots, and 5 R&D scanners. But you do have to be fast. And it's highly likely all the codes have been taken up by now, but who knows?
Yeah, and we'll be giving out some more codes tomorrow for Evil Friday. So for those who may be wondering, tomorrow we'll have Evil Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the last Friday of the month, so we'll give out what's left of the codes tomorrow.
Magnus says, I want them to make a cape style that's just a butt cape, or hammer as it's called. I had to look up what that was because I've never heard of it before, but it looks like it's a full, I don't know if gown is the right word, or dress, but with like full-length sleeves. It reminds me of a Punjabi suit, the collar line and everything, but yeah, I have not seen anything in the game similar to that, so I mean, I don't know if they will add it in or not, but there's definitely nothing in the game at the moment that looks similar.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Ben is also asking, do we have to add the dashes or no? As far as I know from when I've used codes in the past, you don't have to have the dashes and you don't have to have the capitalization, but it should work with or without capitalization, with or without the dashes. So no matter which way you put it in, it should work.
So you're gonna have to trust Shadow on this.
And it's from past ones. I don't know these codes specifically because I'm not trying to collect them, but from the past, it has worked all those ways for me and for people who have done it while I've been live also. Someone named Shadow, awesome name, love it, said, random question, what aura are you using? Flame aura? I'm not sure if it's that. I'm guessing that was when you had the yellow one earlier?
I'm assuming you mean this one. This is the Hellblazer aura. It's basically the new aura they added. You had to gather the collection from the previous DLC. You could get those collections from the bosses. They would drop from various bosses from the Day of Reckoning DLC. And the last collection you had to buy from the vendor for, I think it was 150 currency. So there's one collection from the vendor. The rest that you had to get as random drops, or you could buy the collections from the broker. I had to buy the bullet. I had to buy the last collection for like 44 million on the broker, which is why I'm pretty much broke at this point. I spent pretty much all I had, almost all I had left for that last collection.
But you do look amazing, so it was clearly worth it.
Oh yeah, it's one. We can say a lot of things about the new devs, but some of the new styles really look good. Like the new Superman styles they gave us look really good. A lot of people are using those styles. The aura looks really good. I saw quite a few people use it. It's a nice. I was going to say it's a nice replacement for the scorching aura, but I would be tempted to say it might even be better for most people than the scorching aura. But there are some
the way
people.
it goes through the body of your character looks way better than scorching.
Yeah, I
And
personally.
plasma.
Personally, Scorching is pretty much amongst my favorite, but I have to admit this one is pretty darn good as well. Although too expensive, our friend Johnny didn't want to spend 40 millions for the collection.
Oh, it would look so good on his tune, though. I mean, now he's Godly Doom, so I guess it doesn't matter as much. But before it would have been great.
Yeah, on his Ghost Rider, it would have been fitting.
Yes. End King says, is this one from Australia or New Zealand? I am from Australia. My name on YouTube and everywhere else is that girl from AU, because Australia. So that is where I'm from. And the person who responded, that invisible woman from AU, that is my mum. She is also from Australia. Moody said, the hell, her sound is like hearing military radian in a war movie. So yeah, guys, look, I'm really sorry. There's not much we can do about the sound at this point. As soon as, like, when we talked together earlier, we sound fine, but the second we go live, something about when we go onto YouTube and the chat inside of DC, my sound to you guys is not the greatest. So what Multi hears is probably much better than what you guys hear, but all of my system is set up the same way it's set up for when I go live, which sounds fine. So I don't know what exactly happens, but something happens, and at this stage, there's not much we can do about it. So I'm really sorry.
Well, we'll see what we can do, but sadly, at this point, we may have to just settle for this.
Yeah. Oh, Magnus says Shattered Shadow literally hitting us with the World War II radio ASMR. Does it really sound like that? Oh my goodness, that's funny. Red Knight said, why does my journal still count as 0?
I have no idea.
Are you talking about the event tab? If you're on the event tab, I can't personally say that this worked because I didn't do it. So, but I'm wondering if you're able to do one of the load-ins before you even done the episode to be able to get that completion. Because if he hasn't run any of the episode, maybe that's the issue.
Yeah, that's all I can really think of. Like, you probably have to play the introductory mission, and then when you play the mission from the episode, then you get the progress. Other than that, I have no idea why it would do that.
If you do the introductory mission, as soon as you finish the Kilowog section, it will give you 1 count towards it anyway, even though the introductory mission hasn't finished yet. So, because that's when I got mine yesterday when I was live. So, yeah, if you haven't played that content, that would be my only guess. I've got no other idea what could possibly make it so you didn't get progression. Matthew said, Assault on Fear is the mission, I think. You failed somehow. It was Amon Core hitting 100, aka Yellow 1 somehow. Green Lantern should hit 100 and take the point and progress to next. I don't really understand exactly what you mean there. I'm really sorry, Matthew, but I think he's talking about when we do the 2 power batteries, the Yellow Lantern one and the Green Lantern one. But you do take the point even if you don't get the 100. And as far as I know, I could be wrong because I've only played through it once, but as far as I know, there's 6 different times that you have to complete one of the batteries in order to get that mission completion, but that might be just for the main storyline and not for the actual weekly mission. So once I've played it a bit more, I'll be able to tell you guys. Robert said, I tried attacking from above and the game wiggled out to where the screen flashed blue, green, red, and yellow. You glitched out somehow? That's weird.
Didn't happen.
I ruined it for you.
I had a lot of issues yesterday, but I didn't get this one.
Yeah. I had a lot of issues yesterday too, but I also didn't get that one. I had less than you though, so I don't know. Were you on PlayStation 5 yesterday?
Yes.
Multi?
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently PlayStation 5 had more issues than PlayStation 4. I don't know. That sounds weird, but... Yeah,
Oh yeah, you were in PlayStation
5.
You were in PlayStation 4 yesterday?
No, I was PlayStation 5.
Okay.
And it still wigged out. Yeah.
I don't know.
I had someone come in and say they were able to run through the entire content. Actually, I think it was a comment that was to you as well, without any issue, and they were PlayStation 4.
Just for those wondering, we're done with the codes. We're just answering the rest of the chat.
Correct. Yeah. David said, "Hi everyone, watching the stream while I eat lunch." Thank you for being here, David. That's so lovely. Green Ranger said, "Better off getting a year of legendary." Yeah, I think if we're talking about being able to have the amount of characters that you want past 27, I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to, but that would give you more access to more characters. I just don't like the idea that once I lose my membership, if I choose to not redeem it, I lose a bunch of characters. So I keep my character count below 27, just to be safe. Mind you, if they ever merge servers with my US and EU server having characters on both, I will likely have to lose some because they go up to, I think, 35, 36 at the moment together. So I would lose some if they ever merge those 2 servers. I'm kind of hoping they don't.
Nah, sadly for me, it's too late. I already have close to the maximum amount.
Yeah, multiverse has already gone past the line. So sad. Is this the code? I don't know what you mean. Morocco, I think it's pronounced, said this code is only for first person?
It's only for one person, yes.
One per person. Yeah,
yes.
That's what he means. Thank you. Anthony said, should use a renown booster. I mean, that would be a good idea. Why not?
At this point, yeah, I suppose if you want to speed it up a bit, but the renown goes fast enough because also we'll probably we the last time we did get a few double renown during the episode. So it wasn't too big. Getting the maximum renown, that wasn't the issue. The issue was getting all the currency to purchase the gear and all the currency to purchase the styles. That was, and also getting all the materials to be able to upgrade, either to craft some styles, some gear, or to upgrade the face mask. So these were the real issues. The renown itself, it wasn't really an issue. That was easy enough to get.
Ben said, did they fix where you can invite villains to group if you're a hero?
Not yet.
As I know, no. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to that, though.
You can have people in the same league, but you cannot group together just yet. The one workaround that could kind of work is that, let's say you have 4 heroes, 4 villains. You guys want to play together. curve for the same mission at the exact same time, and if you're lucky, the matchmaking will match you together, assuming that no one else curves for those missions.
In groups of 4. Abby Sue said, Shadow is dancing on my screen but not in the live. So yes, that does happen, guys. You guys see and hear us about 30 seconds after we do things. So the live is, yeah, there's a 30-second delay. At least, because I know when my mum and I are watching the same live, on her device, she's about, I think it's about 3 seconds. I could be incorrect on that, but around 3 seconds ahead of me. And there's nothing I can do about it. She just has a little bit of an advantage. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen so regularly, because that means the codes are subject to whoever has a faster video, I don't know, is able to see the live faster. Ben is asking, why is, and I don't know what these acronyms mean, KNUR/KNUE removed? What do they mean? Are they particular episodes?
No, it's probably specific missions, but I forget. Can you why?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forget what those missions are.
KNUR.
Once in a while, there are missions that are removed. Like we had the Coast City mission that was removed for quite a while because there was some issues with it. So for quite a while, we could not play the mission, and then one day it was back. So why did they remove? Let's assume they made the mission. Ken New Wise from Kaznia. It was the raids. Oh, the raids. Did they remove the raids? I get it. They did remove the raids from the Sins of Black Adam DLC. You guys may recall. So we had the one raid here. No, yeah, they removed the. No, they're there. So you have the casual, normal, elite, and the elite plus.
Yeah.
But they did remove the raid from the Sins of Black Adam DLC. So the flashback raid that was with the previous DLC, it would seem that the flashback missions, like here in this DLC, we have the flashback mission, assault and battery, and I forget the name of the alert. What's the name of the alert? So the strike team.
I don't remember.
So the strike team and the assault and battery. These are the flashback missions. They are going to be available. They are going to be available while the DLC is the latest DLC. But once we do get a new DLC, the flashback missions should be gone. So they did remove the mission from the Casino one. But for the mission that's been removed, let's go back to come on. If we go back to custom play, come on, raids. Was it 36? So we had the Neron's Underworld. That was the flashback mission. But now we can still play the Neron's Underworld mission from the Sins of Black Adam DLC, but we can no longer play it as a flashback mission.
I guess that makes sense. Hey, Falcon fell straight into me.
You're so mean.
I don't know, my character seemed to withstand it just fine, so I think we're good. Jason said, yo, what did I miss? You missed a bunch of codes and playing the new content. And me rambling, which, you know, is not a bad thing necessarily. Green Ranger said, don't forget to support this channel by hitting the like button, guys and girls. It's the best place to find up-to-date news on the game. Sub if you haven't. Thank you. That is absolutely true, guys. Multiverse is the best place to find news on the game. I agree. Almighty said that I wish they would just combine all servers and make it a true cross-platform game. I don't think they'll combine all servers, but crossplay seems a little more likely, but also not very.
People have been asking for that for a long time. It's probably not going to happen. They were able to do it with PlayStation and PC somehow. Why? I don't know. But for PlayStation and Xbox, it's more complicated. And for Nintendo, I have no idea why Nintendo is not included. For Nintendo, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some hardware issues, hardware compatibility issues.
Different on the Switch. If people haven't played over there, they have a bunch of things that don't load into that particular version. Like when you guys have an event happening, like Christmas occurs, when you go out into Metropolis and Gotham City, all the light poles have decorations and things like that. None of that is on the Switch. They don't add those extra things because it just contributes to the lag.
So, but it's something that's been requested for a long, long time. We don't expect it'll ever happen. It would be nice
Yeah.
if they did. Some of the servers with the lower population probably would really like that, but at this point we don't know.
I'm liking the dance move of Falcon. Falcon said, oh, it disappeared. Thanks for the run. Till tomorrow, Evil Friday, Multiverse and Shadow. Thank you for joining us. That was lovely.
Absolutely.
And tomorrow's going to be fun. Villain runs are always fun. Ben said, I've seen old players come back due to the 5 artifact slots. Actually, so have I. Yes.
Oh yes,
And,
yes.
a lot of people are quite excited about that change. I'm excited about that change, and some people are quite upset.
Yeah, there's people who are not too happy about the fact that there is a cap to the stats. Like if you look in the artifacts, you can see there's a maximum of 15% for the stats. So if your various artifacts gives you come on. If your reverse artifacts give you various stats like vitalization, power, or health, they max it at 15% so that it counts as if you had like 3 artifacts at 5%, which was pretty much the max you
Yeah.
could have before. But here, your 5 artifacts at the most can give you 15%. Although in some cases, like you can see for the power, I'm not even to the max. I'm at 7% anyway. But vitalization and health, I'm capped at 15%.
Vincent said our league averages like 2 or 3 or hang on, 1 to 2 more people online. Yesterday we were at 15. Awesome! That's good to see. Devil said, I just came back 4 days ago since the PlayStation 3. I know some people have been coming back. I'm curious what you think because the game has very much changed. It's a very, very different game if you're coming into it now. I mean, it had changed from PlayStation 3 times. From when I started playing 5 years ago was a very different game. So I can only imagine the difference for you.
But also, a Grand Lantern DLC was something that people have been asking and asking for a long time. So finally getting a Green Lantern DLC, that was a nice thing. Already, at first we were worried when we got the Day of Reckoning DLC and we saw the Blue Lantern character. We thought, holy crap, they're just going to give us one Blue Lantern character and that's it. But no, the next DLC, Fearful Day, actually gave us a whole bunch of Lantern stuff. So for that alone, I'm sure a lot of people did the happy dance because people have been asking for that for a long time. Now, if they could give us some base items, some lantern-related base items, sadly it would seem that with this DLC, we did not get base items. Even for the briefings and the collections, like I did complete some of the briefings and collections, and sadly, no base items this time. This time they gave us. I think. I guess I'm looking in the wrong spot. Not that global, maybe. Too many collections. Okay, there we are. So basically, if we complete the collections this time, what we do get is some of the components to upgrade. Let's see what's the one we got. Like we got this year to be able to upgrade the some of the omnipotence items, which sadly I don't have just yet. And the same here for the catalyst for the augments. So sadly, the collections, the briefings, that's what they're giving us right now. They're giving us various components to be able to upgrade our omnipotence items or our augments. For the base items, it seems we don't have any base items just yet.
I can't look at your inventory, Multi. No. So messy. But yeah, no base items is really sad. I want some base items from this episode. Let's hope it comes out, and I hope I don't have to craft them again. But probably will.
Well, the crafting, I didn't mind. It took me half a second. The longest part was to get the plans. Once I got the plans, crafting the items took was very quick. So
Yeah,
I
the
I didn't
crafting part
mind.
is the slower part.
I didn't mind the crafting
That's
part.
the part.
I didn't mind the crafting part, but seeing how they didn't, it's not back here. Either the crafting wasn't as popular as they thought, and they decided let's not do that anymore, or maybe they still don't have someone to replace Ocean to give us some new base items.
Dash said, to be honest, I only play when there's an event because I don't have a league. That's interesting. I, I've always had a league, but for a long time it was just myself and my best friend. And I still was very much playing every single episode all the way through, over and over again if I could, even without a league.
Yeah, for a long time it was
That's
just me.
true.
I tried leagues early on, and it was a bad idea. So at some point, I decided that I would go the lone way of the lone solo warrior. And it was fine. And again, at the end of the day, even if you play solo, there's nothing stopping you from queuing with random players. Yeah, some missions are, let's say, very frustrating if you play them with random players, but you can still, there's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Yeah, and I actually have got leagues now, but I've noticed that one of the reasons I was apprehensive about leagues is because they tend to expect a lot of me when I have one, and I can't be on the game 24/7 playing, and I don't have a bunch of stuff to give away for free, and people would expect those things, and unfortunately, like, I love this game, and I would love to be able to play a lot, but I have to play when I'm able. I have other things I have to do. I have work, so people seemed to think that because I was having a league, that meant that I was going to be there all the time, and I just can't be. So now that I have got leagues that we're all in, I do let people know, guys, I won't be on all the time. I use these leagues so that we can run live content together. But yeah, some people do expect a lot of someone who has a league, so that's where it's been a little bit tricky for me to be able to do that. Hi said the game's shutting down with a sad face. No? Even if you're on the EU server, it shouldn't have done its shutdown for the day or anything, so...
But
Not
it
sure
could
what you
be
mean, Hi.
certainly something that happens when we get a new DLC added to the game or a new big game update. Sadly, for at least the next 3, 4 days, the next week maybe, the game will be unstable. It's sad, but it pretty much happens every time. So usually the first,
That's what it means, getting booted.
yeah, I suppose it's something like that. But usually the first 3, 4 days, the first week, the devs are hard at work to try to fix the game because sadly when they add stuff to the game, very often they end up breaking the game. It's sad, but that's how it is. That's why
Yeah.
very often I see people who ask for monthly content, like why don't we have monthly content and stuff like that. They cannot do it with DC Universe Online. When they tried it before, Shadow, you're away. When they tried it before, the game was in
Thank you.
constant need of being fixed because they would be breaking the game all the time. So every month they would add some new content, break the game, and then they would spend 1, 2, 3 weeks fixing the game, and then they would add new content, break the game, 1, 2, 3. So they were constantly breaking the game, and then they were constantly needing to fix the game. So at some point it became unsustainable, and they went back to 3 DLCs per year.
Yeah.
And here it would seem that in this case, specifically, in order to be able to give us 3 DLCs per year, first they give us one new mission that they'd use for the solo, the alert, and the raid. And in order to add extra missions, they use some quote unquote flashback missions. So they use some already existing missions that they add to this DLC. So that seems to be their solution to be able to give us new content every 3 months.
Abby Sue asks, what's the percentage on the artifacts, which I think you've already answered, but she's also asking, will it max out with the Wolfpack tokens? I don't know what that means. Will the percentage max out?
The Wolfpack token. The Wolfpack token has nothing really to do with that. It's just that way back when, if you take a look at artifacts, like you can see, this one gives me a 5% vitalization, 4% power, and 3% health. So you can see that for all the artifacts. So, and it adds up for all the artifacts. So let's say let's say in the past we had 3 artifacts that gave 5% health each. That would mean 15% health. But in this case, we can have 5 artifacts. So if we were to equip 5 artifacts that gives 5% health each, that would mean 25% percent health. And they don't want us to be able to do that. So they've maxed the percentage that the artifact can give us to 15%. So all 5 artifacts together can give us 15% at most. And again, here in the case of the power, we're at the 7% anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Abby, if I'm misunderstanding your question, but I don't see how those two things connect. So hopefully Multiverse answered pretty well. Oh, Superman was here. I saw Superman. I gave him a bow. He was here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here, but he said, hello, everyone. It's good to see you all. B says, kick the in-game trolls. So if that means controllers, don't do that. But if it means people trolling, I understand.
I say yes to both.
That means we have to kick you.
Of course.
Well, I don't know if that's a great idea since you're the one doing the live. We've got a conversation between you guys. Oblivial said last codes for today, maybe question mark?
Nah, we're done for today. Tomorrow
already finished. Sorry.
tomorrow will be another day.
Beautiful. We've got asking what the codes are for, so just so people know, it was a Merkian Cape box, 5 proto-bank bots, and sorry, did I say bots? Box. And 5 R&D scanners. So, yeah, Multiverse does have more codes that will come out tomorrow for the Live at 5 Villains edition, because we love playing villains.
Evil Friday.
So, yeah, if you missed out today, Evil Friday tomorrow might be the way to go.
Yes.
David said, time to get back to work. Everyone have a great day. It was lovely to have people pop in and watch your lives on their lunch break. Isn't that nice? That's so nice. Ragnar is asking, how are you all liking the game now? Is it now since the new update, new DLC?
I like it fine.
Yeah.
The thing is, we're still not sure exactly where the devs are going with their new changes. So far, some of the changes seems to be well received. When we got the elite henchmen with the hazmat suits, overall it was well received. The one caveat I had over that is that I wish they did that with other henchmen, which it seems they're going to do. So, because the idea of having 3 hazmat dude wasn't really my favorite. I would have preferred, like, instead of getting 3 generic hazmat dude, I would have preferred 3 green lanterns or 3 black lanterns or 3 red lanterns. What it seems that we are going to get more of those. Did I summon 4 of them somehow?
I summoned.
Trying to confuse me. So, but right now these are pretty much the best henchmen in the game. We're going to get some Green Lantern and Blue Lantern henchmen in a while once we complete the event. Personally, I don't think the lanterns are as good as the hazmat. The hazmat are by far the better option in my book. But once we do get the henchmen in the game, I'll make a video about it. And so there are some new changes that seems to please people. Obviously, the reused aspect, the fact that they reuse a lot of, not just a lot of content, but a lot of missions. People don't seem to like that very much. So, but so far the game seems to be. We had quite a lot of issues with the game for the past year, but they seem to be getting back on track, at least to get the game to run a little bit better, despite the fact that it crashed a lot yesterday. But we'll see. So there's some good stuff that they seem to be adding to the game, some less good stuff. But if this is going to be the first year, the first complete year with the new devs, the first complete year with the event, with the campaign, with. So sadly, we're gonna have to wait until the end of 2025, early 2026, to be able to look back on 2025 and get a really clear picture on what the devs are doing. And even then, the devs might decide to make some adjustments along the way. We'll see. Because of course, like once we're done with 2025, then we'll get back into the cycle of what about 2026? Will Superman Day be the same in 2026 as it was in 2025? Because in 2025 it was a bit different than 2024. The same for Batman Day. Will Batman Day be the same? Will Wonder Woman Day be the same? Also, will they be able? Are they going to be able to give us 3 DLCs per year, as they're hoping to be able to do? All that are questions that we don't have the answers to just yet. Anything you want to add, Shadow Lady?
No, you answered it beautifully.
Okay.
But I think Robert actually has something a little relevant. He said they added a queue to log into the game. I tried getting on, and after the game crashed, I found out. But as far as I know, the queue has always been there. It's just a matter of whether or not they're having issues, and whether or not there are a lot of people who are on or trying to get on at the same time. Because I've experienced that queue coming up for me a couple of times in the past. Recently, not so much, but as far as I know, there's always been a queue. It's just that sometimes it's very, very fast.
Well, it always depends. Most of the time, you're not going to get a queue. But yeah, there are times when if the queue is when the servers cannot keep up with all the people trying to log in. So if the game just
Yeah.
crashed and then there's 50,000 people who try to log in all at once, and yeah, the queue probably won't be able to keep up with that many players. So, but in theory, the queue is always there. But normally people don't try to log in all at the same time, so that there shouldn't really be a queue per se. If there is a queue, it's because there is something wrong happened, and now the servers are trying to get back on top of the situation.
Yeah. Oblivion was asking what aura is that from Rogue Patriot. I don't remember what aura Rogue Patriot
No,
had earlier. I think it was green though.
no, it wasn't Aura. It was this year. It was using an emote, so it's the power up emote.
Oh, it was that.
Yes,
Right. Yes, that you can get that from Marketplace.
absolutely.
Matthew said so. 3 devices in the convoy. First device gives you point to weekly. Second gives you 2 points. 3 points on the third and final. You need the green lanterns to score 100. Capture the flag. I hate capture the flag, but yeah, it's kind of like that, isn't it? Hang on. First device gives you 1 point, second gives you 2 points, and the third gives you 3. Okay, so you know how I was saying earlier that there's out of 6 that you need to complete? So apparently the first one gives you 1 out of 6, the second will give you the 2 out of 6, the third one will give you 3 out of 6. So thank you for that clarification. At least someone knows what's happening. So that's good to know. And that's for the new open world, if anyone is wondering. Oblivion says, I stopped in 2013 and came back 5 days ago. I was lost for 3 days straight, slowly getting back in, and I love it. Oh, that's so good!
Well,
Yeah, I can imagine getting lost coming back into a game that's completely different from what you previously played.
welcome back. If you wanna take a look, you could take a look at my video, Decent Online in 2024. Or yeah, 2024. I do explain a lot of the new stuff about DCUO.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a 2025 version soon. I was waiting basically for this DLC to drop so that I could make the 2025 version. So I'll probably try to do that during the weekend. We'll see.
I remember you talking about that recently too. You were planning to do that.
Yeah, I wanted to do it.
Z says 2 OP. Oh, sorry.
I wanted to do it a bit earlier, but then I figured I should probably wait for this DLC, and now no more excuse. So I should, if all goes well, I should work on that this weekend. We'll see.
Z said 2 OP items is crazy.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I already wasn't leveling the 1. I'm going to grab the back piece because I think it looks cooler and the braces are really fat and wide, so I don't necessarily want those. But yeah, 2 items to level up, I'm going to do it. I'm just not. I won't play the content enough. But yeah.
Yeah, leveling up the 2 items, that's going to be a tall order. Already with the 1 item, sometimes you needed to use alternate characters. You needed to use 2, 3, 4 characters to be able to farm for everything you needed for the face mask. Here it's going to be probably even a bit worse. Of course, it always depends on the drop rate of the items. If the drop rate is super low, then yeah, and if you're super unlucky with the drop rate, yeah, it's going to be a tall order to upgrade 2 omnipotence items. We'll have to wait and see for that.
I know I'm not going to succeed. I won't even try, honest. I'll try for 1. Testa is asking what the is for. The code is for the Murky and Flame Cape box, 5 proto bank and 5 R&D scanners, guys. Most does ready for live at 5 tomorrow. Friday. Right?
You're cutting off quite a bit. I don't know if it's you or if it's me. Give me a minute. I'll try to unplug my mic.
Okay.
Hello, hello,
Hello?
hello. If you don't talk, I don't know if it's if the audio is fine or not.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I'm saying something. Hello, I'm speaking. There we go. I
Now
don't know what to say. I
you,
usually read things out.
you're still breaking up a bit, so I think it might be on your end this time, but it's okay. We'll try to get through the what's left of the comments, and that'll be it for today.
Many Starro, few Starro. We are all one Starro.
We're actually nearly at the end. That's fine. Oblivial says, will they ever let us change the colors on the speedster movement, like the line behind us?
Doesn't look likely. Already when they added us new movement modes, it glitched for the Super Speedster on PlayStation 5 or on PlayStation 4 at the time. And we were like years and years before
I
they
am
actually
sorrow.
decided to fix
I
it.
have come to
So, and the
conquer.
truth is, we don't know if is it that they were not able to fix it? Is it that they just didn't bother to fix it because not enough people were buying the thing, maybe from the marketplace? We don't know. But what we do know is that it took them long enough just to be able to fix the darn thing. So, will they ever give us the
I
option to be
am
able to
sorrow.
customize the
I
look?
have come to
I kind of doubt it.
conquer.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, they replace it with the smoke ones or the light ones instead. I don't think they're going to change the color of the lightning. Oh, Superman said still here, Shadow. Hi, Superman! Wasn't sure. Lance says, glad to see people still playing this game. I'm going to renew my subscription. I know, I did the same thing. I was like against renewing my subscription and then I did it anyway. It's a habit. Matthew says, guess I got lucky my time with that weekly. He got beat for doing it 10 times. The third device is rough for enemies. It goes bad, it goes bad. I didn't have too much trouble once I started doing it with other people. Got through it pretty good. When I first went up, there was no one else doing it though, so it was a little bit tricky. And my character got knocked out immediately, so you know, didn't work. Nico? John Nico, I think it is, says, can you play Flashback Assault and Battery 8-player raid? We did play that already in this live, so if you want to
Yes.
see it, you can go back to earlier and you'd be able to see us running it. Fred said, don't go multi, I haven't found 4 hours of work left.
Too late. You hear Shadow? We can barely
While you're working.
we can barely hear Shadow. Our PlayStation is about to explode, so we have to stop. We have no choice.
I'm so sorry about my sound, guys. I didn't mean for it to be like that. And last one. I need to add the option to change the light ring colors. Everyone wants that.
Yeah, people have been asking for that for a long, long time. It didn't happen just yet, and I don't think it's gonna happen. Also, another suggestion people had was to make an accessory for the other hand. So on one hand, if you're a Green Lantern or Red Lantern, you would add your ring there, but you could have a second ring in the other hand. But they didn't do it. Now, could they do it at some point, someday? Maybe. We don't know. But it doesn't look likely.
That's the bottom of the chat, multi.
So I guess we're done for
I
today.
don't think it's very likely, especially because they gave us like a bunch of hints about what they were planning with DC, and that was not mentioned at all.
I don't do this often, but let's do it.
Did Mike get sound cut or multi sound cut?
I don't know. I'm just trying. I'm just adding someone to ignore. Don't usually do this, but here we are.
Okay. Matthew said even with like 8 people, if you slip up, you can get overwhelmed by 4 yellow constructs, and I don't think you can come back from it. Lol. Seen a 90-0 lead go to 90-100 loss. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Well,
Big deal. Wow.
earlier I did see like there was literally 1,000 yellow lantern and 1,000 constructs. There was a lot of people there, and holy crap, was the map lagging when that happened. So I don't know what they're gonna have to do to fix that, but hopefully they fix it soon. But oh yeah, it it was a bit scary. It was cool though. That's the sad part. It's that
Yeah.
it's cool to see that many NPCs in one place. And they call it like the power of number or something like that, where when you put a lot of stuff together,
Yeah.
it's impressive. Uh, so it was a cool bit, but sadly it makes the game unplayable.
Yeah. And playing with lag is not fun. I did it for like quite a few years on the Switch. Playing DC with lag, very nice to not have it all the time that I'm on PlayStation, but yeah, not fun. Not fun when it lags. And certainly not fun when people are getting booted from game. That was...
So anything you want to plug, Shadow, before we go?
I will be live with Molotov tomorrow. I have planned on Sunday. It will be from the US server. And we'll probably run some of the newer content, and I'm going to be playing my Storm character, which is going to be fun. So if anyone wants to join me, please feel free.
So guys, so tomorrow we will be live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Evil Friday. So we will play on the evil villain side, and of course, seeing out the latest DLC's Lantern theme. Put on your best evil Lantern costume, your best evil Sinestro Core costume, and come and meet us tomorrow to play the latest content on the villain side. So guys, thanks to everyone who came to play with us. Thanks to everyone who came to chat with us. And thanks to all of you guys who are watching. You guys are awesome. And hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, guys.